Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at solarsource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
One more rep. You got it.
10.
Nice work. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I gotta tell you, taking Nugenix Total T makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix, that's the testosterone booster TV ads with Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, right?
Yes, the key ingredient is Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Are they still giving out complimentary bottles to people?
Yes, Nugenix is a great way to feel stronger and leaner with more energy. And as Frank says, she'll like it too.
I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
Just send a text. Text BELT to 231231 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text BELT to 231231. That's BELT to 231231. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, but a video is priceless. I'm Attorney Mo DeWitt, and we have access to every single traffic camera in the state of Florida. Injured on the go, just call Mo, Orlando's injury attorneys.
Glad to finally have you over. What do you think?
You could install a bay window to let in more natural light over there.
Huh?
Sorry.
Sorry, it's just that I saved hundreds on my Navy Federal Credit Union home equity loan. Now I see potential home improvement projects everywhere.
Learn more about how our home equity loans with no closing costs can help you get more from your home base at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender. Membership required. Loan subject to change.
Hey, everybody. Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Summer is here, right in our face. It is time to get out and enjoy your life with friends and family. But you want to make sure you can do that for many, many years to come. And that's why I tell you to get over and get your scan at Life Imaging FLA. Early detection does mean many more summers together. And 15 minutes of your time could save your life and ensure that you're around for family memories in the future. If not for yourself, do it for your loved ones. You know, 40% of people are diagnosed with cancer at some point in their life, and detecting cancer early at Life Imaging FLA can be the difference between life and death. Don't wait, guys. This takes no time at all. No injections. You don't have to take your clothes off. So, guys, make that call. Get this free scan from Life Imaging FLA. It is a $699 value. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you got to do. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. Guys, it's time to make that call. Make this the year you take care of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
These days, the cost of fixing or replacing things in your home is going through the roof with no end in sight. Air conditioning replacement, $6,000. New refrigerator, $1,500. Flat screen TV, $1,200. Don't wait till it's too late. Call Everything Breaks now before something else breaks. For as little as $1 a day, Everything Breaks can cover it all. Appliances, plumbing, air conditioning, home electronics, including cell phones and more. Everything Breaks covers repairs your insurance doesn't, saving you hundreds, even thousands on unexpected repair bills. Call Everything Breaks now before something else breaks. Call for your free quote. Call 855-865-SAVE. That's 855-865-SAVE.
Get it all covered your way, 'cause everything breaks.
Limitations and exclusions apply. See plan terms and conditions for details. Coverage not available in all states. Actual savings may vary based on the coverage plan and repairs needed. Call 855-865-SAVE. Online at goeverythingbreaks.com.
Seasons change. Why not your tech? Upgrade now during the Dell Technologies Summer Sale event and save on select PCs like the XPS 16 powered by Intel Core processors. You'll be able to bring your most intensive projects to life with built-in AI, minimalistic design, immersive visuals, and cinematic audio. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics plus free shipping on everything. Amazing prices await you for a limited time only at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. Lots to get to today, from You're Under Arrest to a new hit movie set Netflix numbers on fire, and a celebrity gets caught in a cannibal lie, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. You can go over to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right in the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday.
Share the show.
Yeah, today's the day when you tell somebody about the radio show. Send a link to the podcast, hit that like button over on YouTube, and spread the word about the News Junkie radio show.
Smash the bell? Do we smash bells too?
We still smash bells. We smash them a lot of times. All right, here we go. Let's go into things. How are you guys doing today? You good? Everybody good?
Yeah. Fine. Still trying to figure out this damn voice changer.
No, you're fine. Yeah, we're all good. We don't know what's happening tomorrow though on the show.
Oh yeah. Big time.
So I don't know. I had like a theory today.
It was so wrong.
I had a conspiracy theory.
It was that we could have been so far
There's a
off.
side text.
Oh, Sabrina, no, I've never been shut down faster and had my heart broken quicker than this morning.
Before you got to the meeting this morning.
Oh,
it was
my
before
bad.
you joined the meeting, and so I said I have a theory. I said, it says you start checking in for jury duty at 5 p.m. and they'll tell you if they need you or not. And I said, if I wait a while, maybe all of the people will claim the seats, and then when I do it, they're like, "Oh, we already got enough people already."
That's so
kind of
funny.
like it would work on like a plane reservation setup or something. And both C-Lane and Jack told me, no, that's not how it works. That's not how you get this mess.
Here's the thing. Do you think that you not wanting to attend jury duty tomorrow puts you in the minority of people who are selected for jury's duty tomorrow, or the majority?
Probably in a slight majority.
Right.
I think it depends on age brackets. I think old people kind of like jury duty. I think
But I mean,
I got something to do.
Based on that assumption alone, don't you think that would just turn this jury registration process into this like reverse game of chicken?
Yes, that's what I was hoping for, and I'll win the chicken game. It's like the reverse of where you do early bird check-in for Southwest Airlines. You want to be first for that, so you can get the best seat in the boarding group. And this one, I thought maybe if you were last, you'd be like, oh, looks like they already got everybody they need, and not quite the case.
I would say check in ASAP, so that you could be one of the first people that's called.
I can't until 5 p.m.
No, you check and see if your number's called, and check at 5. This way we know what we're doing tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to check right at 5 o'clock, and then we'll see with everybody else
He's
tomorrow.
Forget the check at 5.
No, I'm not. I have to.
We can check for him.
We're going to check in for you, for sure.
Tammy says jury duty is your civic duty. I'm aware of that. I understand. Why do you think I'm going to jury duty? I said I'm going to be there. I'm showing up if I have to, but I would really like if I didn't have to.
Do you think they know about all the other times?
Well, no, the trash times.
Like, what if they bring it up?
We don't talk about the trash time. No. Yeah, bygones be bygones. They're fine with it. I'm fine with it.
I'm sure the statute of limitations is probably up on that.
I was so hazy in those years. I would have been a bad jurist to begin with. I would have been very, very unattentive and not listening to the cases. Probably convicted an innocent man or two. Where everybody's better off that I was not on any of these juries, I think.
And what makes it different now?
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I'm ready for prime time, man.
I think we'll spend a little portion of the show, little by little, voir-diring you to see if you would be a good juror or not.
Why wouldn't I be a good juror?
I think that you've already said why you previously would be a bad juror.
That was before times. This is like before Christ and after Christ.
And your only answer is, I'm good to go now.
Yes, that's right. I'm a mature adult now. I have many life experiences under my belt. I am somebody who strives for fairness, and fairness in the court of law is the most important type of fairness.
Juror number Sean Watson.
That's my number.
Have you ever had any issues with law enforcement in the past?
Yes, I have. And that's why I think the justice system is so important, so we can root out those bad apples in the law enforcement divisions of society, just like anybody else would be rooted out.
So a police officer is on the stand as a witness to this crime.
He's lying. That's what Sean says.
Oh, okay. Sean, is he lying?
I got to go to the clip here. We got to start things off. Let's put our ears to the ground. No, I don't think that. No, of course, I think there's good and bad with everything else, just like this.
Good answer.
I've actually been in a jury selection, and there was a guy that had a less than favorable encounter with police officers, and they asked him a bunch of questions about it. He got picked.
Damn it. I've got no route out of here. Oh, okay. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers to the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And you might not be talking about it, but the world of sports is exploding right now. That's right. With hockey action. Out there on the ice, slicing, dicing, hat-tricking, other things.
They spray the ice.
Yeah, Zamboning, right? All of the things are happening out there as the Panthers are now 2 wins from the Stanley Cup. Woo-hoo. They topped the Oilers 4-1. That woman who flashed her breasts at the Oilers game has not been back since, and I think it's really been detrimental to the overall performance of the Oilers in the NHL. Edmonton, it's bad enough that you're from Edmonton. You got that to start out with. But then there was the woman who flashed during the game, and then everybody on the planet decided to try to track her down until they finally did track the woman who didn't really want to be found down just the other day and do an interview with her. So she's not there at the games to help. The Florida Panthers are soaring right now. They are soaring.
Yeah,
and they're
Panthers.
2 wins from a Stanley Cup victory. And I think this little guy is maybe one of the reasons why they're doing so well in this Stanley Cup challenge. Let's go to number 1 Panthers fan. Here he goes.
You're here and supporting the Panthers. What does this mean to you? This is a monumental moment in my life. I have been here since day one of my birth, 2011, and I just can't wait to see my team happily host the Cup. Wow! Let's go!
Oh, my.
I'm not kidding. That is going to be noted for me when it comes to procreating in the future.
Couple of things. One, he's got a broken leg, and I am 0% surprised.
Yeah.
0% surprised.
I bet it is stinky.
This is the same kind of kid who would be like, jump off the treehouse? Hell yeah, let's go! He soars, just plows into the ground, and didn't work. I don't know what I was expecting the outcome to be.
Also, it's hoist the cup. You want to hoist it.
And he says, I've been here since day one, my birth. He's like, maybe he was born at a Panthers game, or maybe he's been a fan
If he was actually born at a Panthers game, I'd be pretty impressed that he's embraced it and made it his life.
He is a fan. He's just fired
You're
up.
here and supporting the Panthers. What does this mean to you? This is a monumental moment in my life. I have been here since day one of my birth, 2011, and I just can't wait to see my team happily host the Cup.
Yeah! All right, buddy.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, you get excited at these games. NHL's a big deal for some folks, and they're really into it. I used to have a friend named Mike. He really liked NHL games. He really liked hockey, and he'd have everybody watch the hockey games with him, and I'd find myself getting into them sometimes. I'd be like, this is fairly exciting. Just like the one friend that I had who was super into NASCAR, and he would explain things, be like, this is going on, and I'd be like, well, this is kind of exciting right now. But when they weren't there, I didn't care anymore. I was no longer interested in the outcome of the things unless I was gambling on them or something.
All Day Yuckers called this 12 or 13-year-old the Howard Dean of hockey fans.
Yeah. The screech heard around the world. Yesterday, the big event was underway for Apple, and I'm not going to Apple yap you through the day here, but I do want to toss out something that I thought was the dumbest take of the day. Well, it was a very close call because there were some really dumb takes on the Apple announcements yesterday.
Dumbest take, like dumbest opinion on it, or just the dumbest thing that happened in the Apple announcement?
Dumbest opinion / response to the Apple announcement.
Right.
We'll get into at some point what Elon Musk has said as a result of this. But this was, I think, the dumbest take. And they said Apple's new iOS 18 feature for apps has users worried it will allow people to easily cheat. Quote, relationships are dead. And what this does now.
Oh, my gosh.
The hiding of the app.
It's so stupid. Yeah, it allows you to, like, take some of your apps and put them in a secure space on your phone, where if somebody searched on your phone, they wouldn't find anything there. They wouldn't be able to see any kind of updates from your messages or your emails, or
they would have to use Face ID, which they integrated with the private browsing in the last update. So, like, they would, in order to look at the private browsing, you have to use your face. That makes complete sense.
Right. That seems totally fine to me. Like, isn't it more like, shouldn't we default on the side of the privacy of the person who owns the phone? Shouldn't it be more the focus that, like, let me reword this. Let me show you how dumb the New York Post is here, okay? Let me reword this in another way. Apple iOS 18 feature for apps has users worried it will allow girlfriends to complain to friends about abusive boyfriends, right? A reframing of this is that you have somebody that needs the privacy to maybe escape a harmful situation, but all of a sudden that's not the focus area that they had here. It's sexier to be like, this is going to help everybody cheat. Relationships are dead.
Yeah, we're going to put Grindr, gays.
The privacy issues are with the phone owner themselves. I'm not here to help out somebody snooping through a phone to make sure everything's available and completely above board. I think you should know more about your partner than that and have more trust than that you would have to live that way. It's weird. That's a super weird take, I think. Like, relationships are dead. You can easily cheat. You know who is a self-report on? Richard Polina, the guy who wrote this for the New York Post. Who's like, oh, damn.
Listen, Richard Polina could be a person who's been cheated on a lot.
It could be.
It doesn't mean that he's like, this will make it easier for me to do it. He's probably got somebody in mind that's like, I know that bitch is going to use this.
What if she hides away the apps in this new feature? I won't be able to see all of her communications with friends and family. And it's really, really strange. I think that's a dumb take. And Arya Shadowblade hits it right, I think. Great for cheating, but also great for security. Yes, and the security part is far more important. Yeah, that part is like so much more important than anything else. It's unbelievable. Noel on YouTube says, LOL, Sean can't judge. He doesn't know what fandom is. He doesn't watch sports. He's probably never thrown a football or dribbled a basketball. You son of a bitch.
He was on the fishing team, sir.
Yeah, and he did boxing.
I was on more than the fishing team, and I didn't do boxing one time.
Did you just say he boxing one time?
I don't know. No. I don't remember how many lessons you did.
I did boxing for years and years and boxed in the Golden Gloves tournaments and the Sunshine State games and was very advanced in kickboxing. I was a warrior out there. They said I was the best of the best.
Who is they? Quick question.
The guy that I was paying, but that's not necessarily related. I was good. I was actually very good at boxing. It was one of the few sports I was good at. I also played, and I've talked about this before, played baseball all the way up through kid pitch, which is what we called it. So I played baseball for like 6 years, and I played football as well.
Good enough for Little League?
I did play Little League. That's when the kids throw at you, right? That's what it is, right? Unless I'm missing something.
Kid pitch. I've never heard of kid pitch.
Right.
That's when the coaches don't throw.
Yeah.
The coaches throw when you're little, and then the kids start throwing, and you're like in Little League baseball. And I did that for a while. I just sucked at it. I didn't get out of it because I was scared or because I don't know about teams. I just sucked at it. And I don't tend to like things that I suck at. I tend to veer away from them. What do you think about that feature? Is it worrying that it would make it easier to cheat, or is your privacy more important than that? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and fire off your dispatch now. We'll push some more of the talk about that and Elon Musk's take to the back of the pile here. But when we come back, there's a summer camp that is hugely controversial right now. And I'm super interested to see where everybody lands on this. Summer's here. The kids got to go somewhere. You got to get them out of the house. It's good for them to interact with other kids. But is this a terrible idea? We shall find out next. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
We are Real Radio 104.1. Online at realradio.fm. On your phone with the free iHeartRadio app. And, hey Google, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
I would be happy to.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The accident is off to the right shoulder now over the St. Johns River Bridge, I-4 westbound there. There's still traffic backed up to Saxon Boulevard. Authorities are also clearing up an accident on Sand Lake Road eastbound west of Dr. Phillips Boulevard. Expect delays on Florida's Turnpike southbound between Oakland Exchange and Hancock Road. And if you see any other traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Hey, DQ fans, the ultimate cookie blizzard treat is the dessert that has it all. With Oreo, Chips Ahoy, and Nutter Butter, this blizzard treat has everything cookie lovers dream of. Don't wait. This one-of-a-kind confection won't be here long. Only at participating DQ.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah! That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
A weekend full of superstar performances this September.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale Friday, June 14th.
But starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet?
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. Save $40 on select 5-gallon HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams paint, like Weather Shield, Showcase, or ceiling paint. Plus, save $10 on drywall PVA primer and get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid through 6/14. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ePass presents the romantic comedy travel experience of the summer.
Margaret, I love you.
And I love saving on Florida toll roads with ePass.
You'll fall in love with convenient roadway electronic toll payments all over again. Plus, you can qualify to win $100 in tolls. Go to getepass.com and sign up for a free ePass sticker. You'll be entered to win one of our daily giveaways of $100 in tolls now through June 16th. Choose ePass, expect savings. Get details and rules of the contest at getepass.com.
Dude, we all can see you. You're not that tricky. Put the phone down. Trust me, nobody liked your last 50 posts. They're not going to like the one you just did while you were driving. I can see you, man. Don't pretend. Don't think because your hand's below the dashboard, I don't know what you're doing. This trial attorney, Jeff Kaufman, from the injury law firm of Kaufman Lynn. I'm the one who's going to be suing you. For all the other people, contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell. Offices, Orlando.
Thank you from Fence Outlet, Central Florida's top fencing company. As we celebrate 30 years in business, we want to thank our customers for their trust and support. We couldn't have reached this milestone without you. Find out more at fenceoutlet.com.
iHeartRadio celebrates the Tony Awards this Sunday on iHeartRadio Broadway, the greatest songs of musical theater.
Alexander Hamilton.
Go backstage with Broadway's biggest stars. Hear the stories behind the shows and commercial-free Broadway hits 24/7. Plus, check out exclusive interviews with this year's Tony Awards nominees. iHeartRadio Broadway, one of over 100 commercial-free stations on the iHeart app. Just search iHeartRadio Broadway and start listening.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the
Like, I guess it's not a surprise because, like, it was pretty open and shut, but it was a really quick verdict from the jury there in the Hunter Biden case, finding him guilty of all 3 counts. What were the counts? We'll start out there very quickly. For those of you who aren't aware, this is about lying on a federal form. When you go to get a firearm, you sign a form that says that you are not currently doing or addicted to any sort of drug. He signed no on that form, and also, the biggest lesson that you could learn from Hunter Biden, especially you young folks right now, right? This is important here. The biggest lesson you could possibly learn from Hunter Biden is the dumbest thing you can do if you're getting prostitutes and smoking crack and buying guns is to take pictures of all the things that you're doing when you're getting prostitutes and smoking crack and buying guns. It's a really bad idea to take pictures of yourself.
Great advice to the children.
Breaking laws, committing crimes, taking photos of yourself doing that is a really, really bad idea. Don't know why somebody would do that, but that's what did him in this case. There was just all the evidence was right there. Now, what happens next after the 12-member jury has said that Hunter Biden is guilty of these 3 felony charges related to his purchase of a gun in 2018? This was all because, I mean, it's really all because of Hunter Biden and his moves and his drug addiction, but some would say also because of Beau Biden, his brother's widow that he was having sex with and got her hooked on crack as well. She took the gun when she got scared about it and dropped it in a garbage can somewhere. And that's what kind of opened up this investigation a bit. And now here's the thing. This very unlikely to happen. Okay? Very unlikely to happen. If convicted on all 3 counts, he has been convicted on all 3 counts. Hunter Biden could face up to 25 years in prison and a fine of up to $750,000. that would be insanity. I don't think that would ever happen.
Is this his first offense?
I don't know, but I think so. I think that would be the case. You can maybe look that up, but I don't know that he's ever been convicted of a felony before. He will likely receive far less than the maximum as a first-time offender. So there you go. There's your answer. The sentence will be up to the judge. I know in many of these cases, especially something as high profile like this, they will go on the more lenient side. But will they give Hunter Biden any prison time when the top end is 25 years, according to CNN? And if they let's say they gave Hunter Biden, let's just say, again, this is total speculation. Let's say they gave him 1 year in prison for this. That's well within the bounds of which the sentencing could be. And Biden, for his part, has already said that he won't pardon his son.
Yeah.
But would he go back on that?
Like I said before, if Biden has said this, and he wouldn't be the first politician to promise one thing and do the other thing. Mm-hmm. But if he doesn't get elected to this second term, if it were me,
he's going to make it rain.
I would 100% pardon my kid.
Yeah, and I think people will look at that in a very partisan way, through a partisan lens. But if it was your family member and you were the president, I don't see many people saying I would not pardon them.
But
I would, of
he
course,
said he wouldn't.
Yeah, I would, of course, do that. Like, you got to take politics out of it and go, like, if the person you love the most in the world was in prison for something like this, like lying on a federal form, would you leave them behind bars out of principle, or would you use your power to set them free?
And then he becomes really bitter and doesn't pardon that turkey on Thanksgiving.
Just
very weird.
And it could also be, maybe, let's say Hunter got a year. I don't think he'll really get any jail time. I'd be surprised if he got more than a tiny sentence. But let's say he got a year. You could have Biden do the old trickaroo, and he wins. I'm not saying he's going to. I don't even know if he's positioned for this. But let's say in this fantasy world, he wins the election in November, and after the election, he pardons his son. There's lots of different moving parts here that could happen. There's many different outcomes that can happen as a result of what we've just seen. He's the first son of a sitting president convicted in federal court. We're in a world full of firsts these days. First
Big
presidential candidate with felonies, and first presidential candidate's son who has been convicted of felonies.
And former president with felonies.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of things going on all at once here. So what do you think about this?
2024, banner year so far.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's not good. It's very divisive. And we need to bring our country together. Not that anybody seems to have an interest in doing that. Literally nobody in the political world that I've seen has any interest in like bringing everybody together at the moment. Maybe at some point. I mean, unfortunately, I think it would take another 9/11 to bridge the gap in the United States in terms of politics.
Well, the government did the first one, so
they'd have to get back to work.
Yeah,
get those remote control
tuning
planes.
in, both of them are being sarcastic.
I mean,
COVID brought us together for like a month.
By keeping us apart.
Yeah. But then it split us more than ever.
Digitally.
Yeah,
they brought us together through commercials that said we're all in this together.
But nobody really was. Everybody was for a hot second. We were like, whoa, what's happening? All right, we got to battle this. And then everybody made it political. Then all hell broke loose. That was one of the many big things. That's been like the huge divisions that we face. And now everybody just sees things through totally different lenses. And I'm not saying this to like pat myself on the back, but I wish more people had the ability to do what I try to do, which is switch up the lens every once in a while, which is why I can go, hey, I don't think if Hunter Biden had a different name that this would certainly not be a high-profile story. Nobody would care about this if this was some nobody. Secondly, I don't even know that there would be such an eagerness to pursue charges like this, just like I don't think there would be an eagerness to pursue the charges that they pursued against Trump. There are other charges out there, like in Atlanta or in Georgia, that I'm kind of interested in to see where that would go. The federal documents case, a little bit interested in to see where that would go. But these ones I didn't think were necessary. But here we are. You cannot put the genie back in the bottle. We found ourselves sort of at an impasse. All right, well, we will see what you think about all of this. Send us a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. I want to get into this summer camp thing, but I don't want to rush that because I want to spend some time seeing what everybody actually thinks about this because it's an interesting one. And Courtney found this yesterday, and I said, oh, wow, I've never seen that before. So let's go over here and go to 2 tickets to Pound Town with a dispatch about Sharky McShark attacks.
What up, news junkies?
Hey.
Guys, the episode yesterday where you were talking about the shark attacks up in the Panhandle, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
I was over at the beach this past weekend, and it's in my head thinking maybe, I don't remember, Sean, you said this a few times. I think this phrase is strike while the kettle's hot. I think Hollywood should step in and make a movie, because this is like right out of an action movie.
Usually
it would be a blockbuster summer hit. A movie about a shark attacking a bunch of people. Also, I'm going to use a little reverse psychology here. Don't pick me for Fritz on the Street.
Nice work.
That's all I got.
We'll keep it in mind. I'll tell you this.
He doesn't know the size of our attention span.
Yeah, we'll probably forget about that. There is a shark movie out right now. There's a French shark movie that we mentioned the other day that people were saying was way scarier than Jaws and could play into the shark pandemonium.
We started to watch it, but
you didn't like it because subtitles.
We really weren't into watching something at the time. I think is that the one that Ashley fell asleep for? Yeah, something was going on. We weren't into it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if it was the movie's fault though.
I just know that that's out there. I haven't necessarily seen it. Do you guys have a larger fear of shark attack potential or alligator attack potential?
Shark.
Really? I'm way more an alligator.
Honestly, yeah, no, it would be
territory.
shark. I'm more likely to be in an ocean than I am a lake.
Yeah, that's true. But if you do find yourself in a lake, I feel like it's easier to get the alligator sneaking up on you, and the next thing you know, bam, you're in the jaws of that thing. Both of them are bad. But
I mean, honestly, I can't run fast or swim fast, so
me either. I know. Tell me about it, buddy. Swimming speed is not my thing. I can stay alive in the water. That's usually goal number one. But if something was swimming after me, say a shark, and I had to outrun it, I am a goner. I am a goner. And a dunner.
Strike while the kettle's hot.
I'm striking while the kettle's hot. I'm
I see
done
where
with.
the show's going today.
Probably down those rails, off them. Here's Diver Steve. It just says disagree. I don't know what that means.
I was laughing so hard I had to pull over. Actually, I got to disagree with you. I think the takeaway from that is not that don't document your doing crack, getting whores and guns, but how about don't do crack, don't get whores, don't buy guns illegally, something like that, But that should be the takeaway, but not just like, don't document it. Anyway,
sounds kind of boring.
Hope you have a good day.
Yeah, I don't care. And Republicans get loose on this sometimes. Republican friends, listen up for a second. Why should you care if somebody else gets a hooker? Why would you ever care? One of the principles, one of the founding arguments of your party was supposed to be about letting people have freedom to do what they want to do.
Which is get the P, too.
Which if somebody wants to sell their services and somebody wants to pay for their services, as long as everything is done above board and is safe for all involved, why would we care? Why would anybody care? Also, when it comes to drug use, I only care when it infringes on other people's rights. Like, you can't be doing crack and running the streets crazy and putting me in danger, or robbing people and doing all those things. That's where I take issue with it. If you're a millionaire and you lock yourself up in your giant mansion and you just do crack all day and it doesn't harm anybody but you, I really don't care. These are the ways that I think about things. I think you have your right to do literally almost whatever you want to do, as long as it's not hurting another person. And so many times we run afoul of this. So I don't get that, where it's like, don't get why do you care if somebody gets a prostitute? Who cares? Why would I ever care about that? I only care about things that make sense or have a real impact on my life or other people's. And I don't think that does. Here's Swilly with a dispatch. It says, Frankie Jr.
Is it me? Or did the little hockey kid sound like the son of Frankie McDonald?
Oh, he did another post the other day.
Oh, did he?
Did you see? Yeah, Frankie McDonald's. Let me see if I bookmarked that.
He's got a book coming out soon, right?
Book.
The dude has all kinds of stuff. That's not even his first book, I don't think. He's had bobbleheads, which I have one of them in the studio. Mm-hmm. He's had so many things over the years. He did the tornado siren again. He wanted to bring that back.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so
it's good timing. The weather's kind of getting more intense over the next few weeks.
Here's the original tornado sound.
So good.
Wait for it.
How many views do you think on his new tornado siren? What do you think? Yes.
800,000.
800,000 views on his new tornado siren video.
2 million.
What about you? How about 7.1 million views?
Nice.
For Frankie McDonald. I don't know. He ends up getting work and stuff, so maybe he does. Here's his new tornado siren.
Hey, everybody, let's do a tornado siren.
This one's a little different.
Oh, he's looking away. Do you think it's somebody wondering what he's doing?
Somebody walking by.
At the moment we were watching this video, I was thinking in my head, like, what if you came upon Frankie McDonald and
recording
you
a video?
Know who Frankie McDonald
I would
is?
take a picture with him because he would post and be like, "Look at this, women love me." And
She's
this
so
is another
lucky.
woman
Look,
who is a
this-
fan of mine.
This fan got to take a picture with me.
Yeah, and she was super excited. I say, I hope he made $100,000 off this video. I hope he's just
He's not being
stacking
taken
cash.
advantage of.
If he has the audience, so as long as he knows how to like do a couple extra things there to monetize stuff, he's good to go. Like 7.1 million views on a Twitter video, I would guess that's at least a couple $1,000, like on the low end. That's fairly conservative. Maybe even a lot more than that. Maybe even to mid $5,000 to $6,000 or more. But I don't know if he's got his stuff monetized. I hope he does. Maybe he's not into that either, though. It's hard to know with a guy like him, but he's awesome.
Have you ever watched a Frankie McDonald video and it stops like, and then, have you checked up on your mesothelioma lately?
Brought to you by Charmin.
Wendy's ad pops in the middle of it. That's like when the
have the meats.
Remember what was the ad? It was at the beginning of the Russia-Ukraine war when Russia invaded Ukraine, and there was like this moment of silence, and the tanks were rolling over, and you could hear the gunfire as they went. And then they went to like an Applebee's commercial or something.
I know what you're talking about. I forget what it was. Very mundane.
It was like
wasn't their
feeling
fault.
good in the
Clearly
neighborhood.
A campaign that was set like
Yeah.
months ago.
And it wasn't supposed to be juxtaposed with like the somber moment of this this invasion into Ukraine, and then you go, oh,
whoopsie.
In retrospect, that seems bad. All right, we'll talk about the summer camp that I think is going to gin up some good discussion here, and I want to see what you think about this. And I want you to go back to your summer camp experiences. Maybe we can hear some of those in your dispatches today. All that coming up next on the News Junkie.
All aboard for Real Yacht Rock Weekends.
What you do? I wouldn't want to be like you.
Every weekend this summer on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for your Tuesday. And the rest of our Tuesday does feature increasing rain and storm chances. Heavy downpours will be possible as tropical moisture continues to filter in from our south and west. Those rain chances will be on the rise as we head into our Wednesday and Thursday especially before we begin to dry things out by the end of the week. About 2 to 6 inches of rainfall will be possible, highs only in the 80s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by MD Now Urgent Care. For over 15 years, Floridians have trusted the physician-led team at MD Now Urgent Care for high-quality health care. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, MD Now Urgent Care is here to get you back to better. Find a location near you at mdnow.com and use their convenient web check-in today.
Mills Air, a great company, a local company, a family-owned and operated company, a company that is honest and a company that's going to help you out with your air conditioning. It's hot out there. It's a weird week now because your AC is in flux. It will get cooler as a storm goes by, and then sun's right back out and into the 90s again. And that back and forth can be tough on your AC. Preventative maintenance from Mills Air can save you money and detect an upcoming breakdown. That is awesome peace of mind to have. If right now you're seeing dollar signs and thinking, oh, my AC is a little bit old, what happens if this whole thing breaks on me right now and I have a big surprise bill due? You're in really good hands here. get the preventative maintenance service from Mills Air. Let them take a look at your AC from top to bottom, and their techs will report back to you. They're super friendly. They're really, really knowledgeable. They're people that you won't mind having in your house at all because they're good people that they hire. They're the best techs out there. They're also a Carrier factory authorized dealer, and they get you huge rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to Mills Air. Give them a call for that preventative maintenance plan, 407-277-1159, or go to millsair.com.
Hey everyone, RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Today, buying a car is as easy as one and done. Visit just one dealership, put $1 down, and you're done. You can drive a nicer, newer car today, like the all-new 2024 Outlander. $1 down, $399 a month, including tax and fees out the door, and save up to $8,500. So if you hate your old ride, give it the old one and done. Only at my one and done sale at RC Hill Mitsubishi. I'm RC Hill, 2 locations to land in Ocala. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$1 down requires bank approval.
These days, the cost of fixing or replacing things in your home is going through the roof with no end in sight. Air conditioning replacement, $6,000. New refrigerator, $1,500. Flat screen TV, $1,200. Don't wait till it's too late. Call Everything Breaks now before something else breaks. For as little as $1 a day, Everything Breaks can cover it all. Appliances, plumbing, air conditioning, home electronics, including cell phones and more. Everything Breaks covers repairs your insurance doesn't, saving you hundreds, even thousands on unexpected repair bills. Call Everything Breaks now before something else breaks. Call for your free quote. Call 855-865-SAVE. That's 855-865-SAVE.
Get it all covered your way, 'cause everything breaks.
Limitations and exclusions apply. See plan terms and conditions for details. Coverage not available in all states. Actual savings may vary based on the coverage plan and repairs needed. Call 855-865-SAVE. Online at goeverythingbreaks.com.
Seasons change. Why not your tech? Upgrade now during the Dell Technologies Summer Sale event and save on select PCs like the XPS 16 powered by Intel Core processors. You'll be able to bring your most intensive projects to life with built-in AI, minimalistic design, immersive visuals, and cinematic audio. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics plus free shipping on everything. Amazing prices await you for a limited time only at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey Leesburg, get ready for an evening of fun and excitement this Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. Join us at Town Square for live music featuring the incredible Miguel Larson. But that's not all. Experience the magic of our evening market on 5th Street. Browse unique finds and tasty treats. Grab a drink, ice cream, or savory snack from one of our downtown establishments as you stroll and discover Leesburg. Mark your calendars for this Friday. Discover Leesburg. Go to Leesburg Special Events on Facebook for more info.
Enjoying the news junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you and your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call now for your free info kit. 800-961-5544. 800-961-5544.
Grab great gearhead gifts your dad will love, like tools, parts, and collectibles, or give the perfect card, a Summit Racing gift card. Shop SummitRacing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends June 23rd, 2024.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at
Go to thenewsjunkie.com to record your dispatch right now. Some other tiny updates before we get to this summer camp thing, which is kind of fun to watch people fight over. I want to see what everybody says about this. But on the Hunter Biden thing, I don't think we need to belabor this. Like, get it? I thought it was pretty obvious that this was going to be the outcome. I went over yesterday as the jury was discussing this, all the evidence, and there was like every stitch of the way, you had all the evidence you possibly would need, which is why the jurors came back with guilty on all 3 felony counts very quickly. Now we're hearing from some experts. Harry Littman, who is over at LA Times, is saying the sentencing guidelines for these 3 federal felonies suggest a sentence of 15 to 21 months. So a year and a half to almost 2 years. Around there, a bit over a year to almost 2 years. Although the judge can and probably will give less, says Harry Littman, but the sentencing guidelines are 15 to 21 months. So that would make it seem like the idea of no jail time would be a lot less likely. And I mean, if the guidelines are 15 to 21 months and you give them probation, that might seem like you're being way too lenient in sentencing. I don't know. It's a tough one for the judge there. We'll see what happens. The judge said sentencing will take place within 120 days of the verdict. So all of that is in the pipelines. And man, do we have an interesting stretch of time here in the news cycle moving forward. All right, that's there. If you want to talk about that or get your thoughts out about that, you can do that via
How much can you
dispatch.
say about Hunter?
I don't know. It's like, to me, I think the guy's an absolute mess of a human being in one light, and he has really screwed up his life in so many ways. And Joe Biden has done some really nasty stuff, like not acknowledging some of the kids that Hunter Biden has with certain people.
It doesn't include him in the family Christmas photo or something.
He would outline all the kids. He'd be like, "Here's all the grandkids that I have," and he wouldn't talk about certain kids that Hunter Biden had.
This one I don't take for ice cream. This one I do.
I think that's a really terrible move. I think him constantly just saying, he's the greatest kid in the world is kind of weird considering what he did. But what are you going to do? It's a president. The president's kids, I don't really care much about them, even when they're grown-ass adults. This was like when everybody was going after the Bush twins or the Obama girls. My God, how bad did they thirst? And this was like almost everybody wanted to get a photo of the Obama daughter smoking a joint or something, or smoking a cigarette even. Oh, my God. Imagine that. Like, we do this weird thing where we care about the kids of politicians. I care about just this country overall, and I want this country to be as prosperous and as safe and as awesome as possible. And we're staring down the barrel of a gun on that. We'll see where everything goes, how it all shakes out. Let's now go instead over to a camp, a summer camp. Summer camp. Well, I don't know if all of us went to summer camps, but most people, I think, went to at least some kind of summer camp in their life.
Mostly like day stay summer camp, not like overnight stuff.
No, I never did it overnight. In fact, when I was a little kid and my parents wanted me to do an overnight, I hated the idea.
Oh. I did an overnight thing for like a weekend, maybe an extended weekend. It was a real quick thing, and I loved it. I thought I had a blast, even though I was afraid of the ropes course, would only do so much of that. But the rest of it was just like...
You didn't miss being home?
I mean, a little bit, but I was with a bunch of kids. Some of them I knew, a lot of them I didn't know. But, I don't know. To me, it was everything that I had seen in the movies. And I was like, oh, this is real. People actually do this.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I mean, obviously, I've told you guys in the past. I mean, it's a huge part of my formative years was my time at Sleepaway Camp. And then I worked there for a bunch of years. I think they just started their 78th summer over at Good Counsel Camp.
Well, for those of you who don't know, the camp that Sabrina was at and then a counselor at, too, I believe. You did both, right?
Yes.
Was like the old-fashioned camp you picture in your head when you think about like Nickelodeon shows and stuff.
Wood cabins, all the departments and the, campfires and
outdoor activities and like all of that stuff. And maybe you guys don't have to call me a pussy if you want. I'm always, I'm ready to be on the receiving end of your insults. I got homesick a lot as a kid.
I thought you were about to word that differently.
When I was like 11, 12, 13, I would get very homesick.
Oh, same. I mean,
I hated it.
First year at this camp, and I just, I think like 2 holidays ago when I went down to South Florida to hang out with my parents, my mom like brought out like the memory box of it and showed me the letters I sent my first year at that camp where I'm like,
get me now.
This is the worst. You better pick me up or call me or something like that. I mean, multiple letters. And she said by the time she came to pick me up, I was like so happy, wanted to stay longer.
Yes.
And then I ended up spending the next 12 years every summer there.
That, you know what? That's got to be such a tough thing from a parent's perspective, because when you start to do the homesick thing and you're like, I want to go home, I don't want to be here. The parent knows, your parents knew, the right thing to do is wait it out, and the kids are going to end up having fun, and they'll love it.
But
It'll
it was
be so
hard
important
for her too. Her oldest baby, just like reading those letters, like, is she really having a bad time? Like, and calling, and now I think technology has changed a bit, and I didn't have the cell phone back then. Right. It was just like these letters in which I could
You're like,
say,
please.
like, I don't know what they're doing here, but then I ended up loving it, and it was, spent a lot of time there, and it was, I mean, truly such an incredible experience and built up my independence as a child, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I can explain it to people who have never had the homesick vibes, but it's really powerful. Have you ever felt that, C-Line, where you're like, just wherever you were, you just wanted to be home immediately?
Weirdly enough, like, I didn't really spend that much time away from home, but like I can remember my first like sleepover where it's like, whoa, my mom just left. What is going on?
She's not
here?
coming back.
Yeah, I don't remember if that was accurately explained to me. what the point of this party was?
What are we doing here? This isn't my bed. This isn't my house.
I'm sure it was, but I I just remember like going, she's gone. What do we do now?
Yeah, now.
And then I think it didn't take long for that feeling to like wash away, because then I was just with a bunch of my friends and we were playing all night.
It goes away. When we were in Paris, not that long ago, when we went to London and Paris, right before the pandemic, yes, big time. When we were in Paris, we were in this horrible hotel by the Eiffel Tower, and we picked the wrong one. This hotel was terrible, just terrible, like the epitome of bad French service. Most French service was good, and everybody was very sweet, and there's all kinds of great people there. But the epitome of bad, lazy, les incompetents French service was on display at this place. The food was horrendous. Everything sucked. And our room smelled like crap.
Poo-poo?
Like the smell of recycled water? You know that? What do they call it? Gray water or whatever?
Sure.
Whatever that smell is. That's what the whole hallway and the room smelled like.
Ew.
And after we had been there for a couple of days, I was like laying in the bed next to Courtney in the hotel room, and I'm like, I just want to be home. And then I made the mistake of bringing up Google Maps, and then I could see where I was and then where home was, and scrolling over the ocean to get, and I'm like, oh God. But then you get over it. And that's an important part, I think, of your youth. Everybody is commiserating with their summer camp experiences, which is a perfect place to have you. So we can talk about this one that has become a big controversy that people are fighting over, and they say it's just not right. And some people say, what are you talking about? It's everything that's right with a summer camp. What is this? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. Real radio. Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
There's a couple earlier accidents to watch out for on New York Avenue at Old New York Avenue. There's an accident in the westbound lanes. Monterey Road at Laurel Avenue. Authorities are clearing up an accident there, and there's an accident off to the right shoulder on I-4 westbound near Orange Blossom Trail. Expect delays on the Greenway northbound between Lake Nona Boulevard and Moss Park Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Nasal Guard. People who suffer from allergies use Nasal Guard to prevent them. Nasal Guard's innovative gel and spray products protect you from all airborne allergens, no matter what the forecast holds. Visit Amazon, Walmart, or NasalGuard.com today. Breathe better this spring. NasalGuard.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, "Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing." Or this one, "I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better," unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day, but when we're driving, cooking, working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Call 844-ADD-HELP-5. That's 844-ADD-HELP-5.
The shot and a goal, Torhaldsen! Orlando City is back at home in 2 weeks as your Lions take on LAFC on Saturday, June 15th at 7:30 p.m., presented by Walt Disney World. Tune in on FM 96.9 The Game and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. What's a Walt Disney World thrill feel like? There's only one way to know. Go. Come experience an amazing collection of thrills, soaring, roaring, and blasting through all 4 Walt Disney World theme parks. For more information, visit disneyworld.com/thrills.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Michelob Ultra wants to give you the chance to watch the next Copa America match live in Orlando. Complete the entry from the QR code at participating outlets for your chance to win a Michelob Ultra grand prize of 2 tickets to the June 29th, 2024 Copa America game in Orlando, where Canada and Chile will compete. Michelob Ultra is a proud sponsor of CONMEBOL Copa America. Must be 21 or older to enter. Please drink responsibly.
Did your mobile provider just increase their prices again? Switch to Spectrum Mobile, the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. With Spectrum Mobile, you get unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G. Switching to Spectrum Mobile has never been easier. We'll pay off your phone balance up to $2,500. Stop dealing with price hikes from your cell phone company. Get Spectrum Mobile. Visit spectrum.com/it-pays-to-switch for full details. Offer subject to change. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. Save $40 on select 5-gallon HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams paint, like Weather Shield, Showcase, or ceiling paint. Plus, save $10 on drywall PVA primer and get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid through 6/14. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah! FrankGayServices.com.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. The biggest stories of the day in all their glory and insanity. You're listening to the news.
Summer camps. There's one that has a lot of people talking, and I want to see what you think about this. There's a couple of reasons why I think this is a lightning rod. But kids go off to summer camp. We all have done this before. I have done this. We used to go to YMCA summer camp, and that was a cheap one. That was an easy one for the parents to just shuffle me off to and be done with it. But this is totally different. Here we go. Ready? Get ready to judge everyone via dispatch, chat, and otherwise. Would you go, would you send your kids, I guess I should say, to this summer camp, or is this terrible? Because people are very split. A Louisiana Chick-fil-A, that's where we're starting. A Louisiana Chick-fil-A is stirring up some major controversy after the restaurant announced its summer camp for children. Taking place July 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, the camp is targeted to kids between 5 and 12 years old. And it gives them a chance to learn various tasks that Chick-fil-A workers do. It will take place at a Chick-fil-A location in Hammond, Louisiana, and campers will choose one of the 3 days to attend. According to a Facebook post about the camp, the activities that campers will do include, here you go, they're going to learn how to host the dining room, and they'll hone their customer service skills. They'll learn how to take an order, learn how to bag an order, and they'll make their own ice cream cone or cup. And this summer camp...
Child labor.
It split people into 2 camps. One is Sabrina's child labor camp. That sounds like a bad place.
Sabrina's child labor camp.
It sounds like she's set up her own child labor camp. One is where Sabrina is going with, like, this is child labor that these kids are being pushed through here. And the other one is, hey, teaching kids to learn how to work and to learn how things go in the workplace can be a good and positive thing. That's the camp I land in, which will be no surprise to some of you, I'm sure. But it says, since published on June 6th, the Facebook post has been met with well over 1,000 comments, mostly from people claiming the restaurant is taking advantage of campers by putting them to work and charging them for it. The summer camp is 1 day long, and it costs $35 per child. One user even tagged the U.S. Department of Labor in this. And I'm looking at I don't know if you would call this a flyer or not, but this is the thing that they posted for this Chick-fil-A summer camp. And they're not forcing kids to go to this. Parents can see this and see it as an opportunity for their kids to go
charging
away.
the parents.
$35 for a day of childcare ain't
not
bad, though. That's not too shabby if you dice it up that way. They said there's 3 sessions to choose from. It's either July 22nd, 23rd, or 24th. It's from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., so it's only a window of 3 hours. That's not as great. Ideal for kids 5 to 12. $35 per child for the Chick-fil-A summer camp includes a kid's meal. I don't know how much that is, but I'm guessing a value of like, what, $5 or something for a kid's meal?
Ooh, buddy. I don't think it's way more at this point.
Oh, is it really? Chick-fil-A on the app and Chick-fil-A in person are always different, so I never know what the price of anything is. There's also a T-shirt that they get with it. So let's say, $15 or something. A name tag, no real perceived value, and a snack. They get a snack as well. And they learn dining room hosting and customer service skills. They learn how to take a guest order, as I said, how to bag it, how to tour the kitchen, box your own nuggets, how to be a Chick-fil-A cow mascot. Oh, my word. And they said you got to sign up quickly because there are only limited spots.
Sure.
So I ask you, what camp do you fall in here in terms of, is this bad or is this good, and why?
All right. As a former counselor for many years, it does, the $35 goes towards this adult that will be caring for the children.
Sure.
Because it's not going to be all these kids that are like totally up for learning how to be a Chick-fil-A employee.
No, some of them are 5.
They're going to be forced to be there, not wanting to be there, huge brats. So there's like a 3-hour babysitting fee.
But
but once you learn how to do it, are you for the next 2.5 hours?
I'm curious if parents are actually expected to drop their kids off and leave, or if they're supposed to stay.
It doesn't say anything about staying. It says it's from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
The only thing that would lead me to believe I'm allowed to just leave my kid there is they are calling it a camp, and camp is widely wouldn't be known as a place that you drop a kid off and then pick them up later.
I don't even think day camp would work. I think camp implies a much longer stretch of time, at least a week to 2 weeks, that the kid would be going to a place like this. So this is more of just like a day experience at Chick-fil-A for kids 5 to 12. And Biha says, Biha says, this is mommy wants to go grocery shopping without the kids. That's that type of thing. $35, you drop your kid off for 3 hours or whatever. You think they're going to be fine?
I scanned the QR code. And
where's it go?
The form Chick-fil-A West Hammond Summer Camp is no longer accepting responses. Try contacting the owner if you think this is a mistake.
Contact the owner.
They said we'll only accept 30 kids per session. They may have gotten them all.
Or they may have had a bunch of pissed off of parents that are just flooding.
What a strange idea, though. Like, where did that come from?
I don't know why they decided to do it, but as a parent, I would take them up on it. I would say, not a 5-year-old. Let me draw some lines here. 10 to 12. Get your kid out there. Get them familiar with what work is, what money is, how things work. Like when your kid goes to a Chick-fil-A, it's interesting for them to see the other side of the counter. I think that can build empathy towards service workers, even at a young age, which could be important. Now you know what it feels like to do what they're doing. You might have a little more patience with them. I like that. I think that's good. I think building some sort of solid work ethic into younger people is a good thing. Work hard, play hard is a fine thing for me.
And it's learning and it's fun. The parents that are the people, I don't know if they're actually parents. The people that are commenting like, you're wanting parents to pay you to use their young children as laborers. It says, and they get a shirt that'll give you free advertising. Okay. First of all, nobody sees a kid wearing a Chick-fil-A shirt, by and large, and goes, I want Chick-fil-A right now.
They're already at the
Maybe
Chick-fil-A.
a couple people might.
They're going to be already at the Chick-fil-A. Oh, you mean afterwards? Yeah. Okay, so walking billboard.
You really think that Chick-fil-A goes, this will be perfect free advertising for us, which is not even free, but that's neither here nor there. They're only there for 3 hours. They're just learning. It's not like they're running the restaurant for 3 hours. It would be impressive if they even could. But I think 5 is way too young to do this. I mean, maybe like the 5 to 9-ish year olds are just learning to be the mascot, but I don't know, because I do remember being a young kid. I went to preschool / kindergarten at a small church That was the one where the playground had a giant Noah's Ark, I think I've told you about, like a giant wooden Noah's Ark.
Like a regular camp might have a pirate ship, but this one would be a religious one, so they have Noah's Ark.
Yeah, who built it?
All the children they had.
A little labor.
Right.
They were learning how to build things.
So, but I can remember like doing a field trip day where we walked across the street to the McDonald's that was there. And like we got a tour of like I think we had lunch there, but we also got like a tour of the back, and we got to meet the people making the burgers. And of course, at the time, I mean, like I think I ate a bunch of McDonald's, and I was like, I want to see. And so
we had a summer camp that came through the station a couple years ago. Do you not remember?
Yeah, sure.
And
they brought the kids to the studio.
And then while you guys, they couldn't hear it, we're talking about things that kids should not hear. I'm like, and these are buttons that we press, and it's all the time, and I didn't know what to say. But either way, they seemed excited. It really all depends on the employee. And in that, I wonder, are these employees that are part of the summer camp experience at Chick-fil-A getting some extra pay?
I would hope so, because they are taking on extra work, unless it's totally voluntary and they just want to do this instead. I look at this and I go, we're forgetting a couple of things. Some people are pretty brain dead when it comes to conversations about labor in 2024. They don't believe in entry-level jobs being a thing. They think, everybody should get like whatever the buzzword number or buzz number of the week is for minimum wage. All these things are unrealistic and bad for a free market economy, yada, yada, yada. But I think some people also forget that some work is fun for people. I'll give you an example.
Until they have to do it every day.
Until they have to do it every day, and then it becomes not fun anymore in the slightest. There's an example that I don't know why we've never done it. We've talked about doing it before, but I think somewhere there's a place where you can go and drive big machinery, like construction machinery.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can drive this stuff around in dump trucks and stuff.
I mean, no, definitely they have that in Vegas because my friend did his bachelor party there, but they had to do it early in the morning.
That's awesome.
Because they breathalyze you before you.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, they do. 100% they do.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I look at that and I go, that's a job for somebody, but I might pay to go for a day and to have a little fun, even if I was accomplishing actual work for them in the meantime. I wouldn't care. And I wouldn't care if my kid was going to learn a little bit about what work was. Now, here's a different thing entirely. If they said we have a Chick-fil-A summer camp and it goes from June to August, and you bring your little tyke here every day, and we put them to work on the drive-through, and you pay $35 every day, now you're buying labor from the kids.
Are they learning how to clean a toilet? Like,
I think that there's limits to this, but overall, it's a net good. I think learning to how to work and how a workplace functions as a kid is good. And you learn how difficult things could be or how easy things. It's just like a different view on life. Most kids between that age gap right there, 5 to 12, have no idea what money even is. That's the kid that can have a $20 bill and you're like, I'll give you 2 of these bills with ones on them for that one bill that you have. And the kid will be like, sure thing. Like, they don't understand stuff costing money. They don't understand the process of working at a place and being an employee and being valuable to a company. They don't understand those things. But what do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. You can go on your phone, no matter what type of phone it is. If you got an Apple, Android, whatever, even maybe a Windows phone if you're still out there in the wilderness, or your laptop, anything with a microphone. You don't have to wait on the phone lines. We'll use technology and respect your time and ours and get your thoughts to us. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Lee Road on YouTube says, my 14-year-old doesn't know what money is. It's a lot of young kids are out of touch with this, which is why I think almost everybody on this show has been a proponent of kids need to learn more about finances, simple things that they don't get taught in school. We learn things that are fairly useless to most adults, but we don't learn things that could be of value. How does retirement work? How does banking work? How does buying a house work? How should you handle your finances? What's a good use of your money and a bad use of your money? How do you budget? How do you cook for yourself? All of these things are things that we kind of underserve kids in terms of the information we share with them. We teach them how to pass tests so that schools can get more funding, we think more funding equals better grades, and it never does. And it never does. You can see the amount of funding that some schools get, and they're just god-awful bad. So what do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send a dispatch. Here's one we'll work in, the Abominable Mormon.
Happy Tuesday, junkies.
Hey.
I'm not going to say the name because I'm not paying for it, but I'm actually a director of a youth camp, and you guys are hitting on the head of kids love to do things that they're seeing people do in the world. And if the people who are there are exciting and make it fun, it doesn't matter if it's in Chick-fil-A, it doesn't matter if it's at a radio station. Like, kids love to learn, and they're going to have a great time. They aren't taking advantage of these kids. Again, not saying the place, but my camp still has spots available. It's essentially free to come. If you don't want to pay, you don't pay. If you can't afford to pay, you don't have to pay.
That's awesome.
But anyway,
that's good.
Enjoy the rest of y'all's week.
That's why he's not giving out the name. This is a free camp.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. God, you love to hear a service like that because everything is so damn expensive for childcare. It's pretty unbelievable.
We found ourselves in this weird spot with other parents.
Yeah.
Where it's like when we compare our journey as parents, like our journey with the baby, and we're like, oh gosh, that their kid had really bad colic, and ours sleeps well, and it's like, oh, my mom watches our baby, and they're spending thousands of dollars on childcare.
Yeah,
and we end up feeling like really bad, but it's like I don't know what I'm supposed to say here.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't at that point.
It'll be a dick, I promise. So just give us some time.
And guess what? Eventually, Jackson will be surrounded by all the kids and get all the ooey gooey stuff that other kids do, from licking handles and everything else.
I mean, that's kind of where it came up. Was like our friend's baby when it finally went to daycare. It was like that was a good week and a half of sickness, just right out the bat.
Right. That's how it works. And I think in some ways it's good. It happens eventually. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we've got a bunch to talk about. I want to talk about this Netflix movie that's taken off, but we might put that on the back burner a little bit because, believe it or not, you thought it couldn't happen, but that guy who didn't have a driver's license and was on a Zoom hearing with the judge, another twist in the story.
All right.
Another twist in the story. This man is back in the news again, folks. Why? We'll find out. That's coming up next in the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Later today on the Jim Colbert Show, we'll learn a little bit about the Las Vegas Sphere, Jack's pick for What'd You Do That's New. Then we'll get some money tips with financial advisor Scott Brown. And the winner of JCS Trivia today will get tickets to see the U.S. men's national team take on the world power Brazil in soccer. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 429 southbound near US 192. The right lane is blocked there. There's an earlier accident on I-4 westbound near Orange Blossom Trail. The shoulder's blocked. And an accident on Monterey Road at Laurel Avenue causing a bit of commotion. And the roadways are a bit wet this afternoon. Travel with caution there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by MD Now Urgent Care. For over 15 years, Floridians have trusted the physician-led team at MD Now Urgent Care for high-quality health care. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, MD Now Urgent Care is here to get you back to better. Find a location near you at mdnow.com and use their convenient web check-in today.
Did you know that mortgage guy Don does a live radio show every Saturday? That's right. Each week on Saturday mornings, he's answering your questions live on the air on the Home Loans Radio Show on 104.1 and simulcast on 96.9. Don is a true part of the Real Radio family, and that means he takes care of your family. He's a friend that has your best interest in mind. And with rates getting low again, you want to make sure you're working with someone who's going to look out for you. So get the process started today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
A weekend full of superstar performances this September.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale Friday, June 14th.
But starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet?
Attention soccer fans, get ready for an exciting matchup with one of the world's best in the second annual Allstate Continental Classico. Join us on June 12th at Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida for an unforgettable showdown between your U.S. men's national team and Brazil. This match is not just a game, it's a vital part of the USA's preparations for the 2024 Copa America. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at ussoccer.com/tickets.
Last season, millions tuned into the Betrayal podcast to hear a shocking story of deception. I'm Andrea Gunning, and now we're sharing an all-new story of betrayal. Justin Rutherford. Doctor, father, family man. It was the perfect cover to hide behind.
I was just like, what in the world is going on?
Listen to Betrayal on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Betrayal and start listening.
At Fence Outlet, we're proud to be Central Florida's top fencing contractor, and we're celebrating 30 years of framing your family memories. Here's to many more years with you at the center. Thanks for 30 great years. Visit us online at fenceoutlet.com.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
One more rep. You got it.
10.
Nice work. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I gotta tell you, taking Nugenix Total T makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix, that's the testosterone booster TV ads with Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, right?
Yes, the key ingredient is Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Are they still giving out complimentary bottles to people?
Yes, Nugenix is a great way to feel stronger and leaner with more energy. And as Frank says, she'll like it too.
I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
Just send a text. Text BELT to 231231 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text BELT to 231231. That's BELT to 231231. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-254-5751. 800-254-5751. Again, that's 800-254-5751. Coverage, deductibles, and claims may vary. For details, go to endurancewarranty.com.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call now for your free info kit. 800-961-5544. 800-961-5544.
While some streaming companies keep raising their prices, the iHeartRadio app is still free. And free never sounded so good. Thousands of radio stations from all over the country playing your favorite music. 500,000 podcasts. Thousands of playlists for every mood. Over 100 commercial-free music channels. And over 100 million songs to fill your favorite playlist. Download the always free iHeartRadio app and start listening now.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio 104.1.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is
More about the show, join the show even. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. That's the website, The News Junkie with an IE on the end.com. And there you can find the link to the podcast. You can set up a free account, takes a matter of seconds, and start firing off some dispatches to get your personality in front of this audience right here. Before we get into the guy who went big time viral all over all of the social medias that you could possibly think of.
Instagram,
because
y'all see this?
he was behind the wheel of a car and the judge was talking to him in a hearing on Zoom. And the judge was like, "Are you driving right now?"
Come on, man.
And there was a whole back and forth on that. I'll catch you up if you're not initiated. And we'll see what everybody thinks about the newest twist in this. But I keep seeing a lot of stuff. And a lot of this is on Twitter/X. And it goes viral every single time. And I think it's like the worst message possible. So where possible, I think it's best to push back on this with humor, if at all possible. But this was somebody's post that got 3.8 million views as of the last day or so. And this person said, "I don't understand people who are having children right now. The planet is cooked. There's a virus disabling and killing everyone. We're fast-tracking fascism. And I don't think anybody's going to stop any of it. Why would you put another human into this world?" Which is like this weird...
What virus is disabling and killing everyone?
I don't know. They might be talking about COVID still, but that's like mega doomer if they are still thinking about that in terms of disabling and killing everybody. It's just this weird like pessimism on high, doomerism. It's a bad point of view. And it's just... inarguably wrong too. Like, draw a timeline in your head right now from the beginning of humanity on planet Earth, right? Draw that timeline, straight through all the stuff of the past, through the industrial age and all these different things, and to current day. And tell me you can argue with any sort of confidence that we've ever been more forward-thinking, better off, safer, in less of a state of war in any measurable way than we are right now. Things have never been better in the world, words of Louis C.K., and yet everybody is miserable about it. That's the weird thing that's sort of happening. And I don't think these people who say this stuff even believe it. I think they push this out there for other people, but I don't think they believe it. I think they say these kind of things just like they say the most radical thing they possibly can on Twitter.
Yeah, but misery loves company, and clearly in the last couple of years, misery gets the most attention. It's like not the juicy headline anymore. If it bleeds, it leads. It's like if it's a black pill, everyone's swallowing it.
Yeah, that's a shame. It is a shame, and it's the thing that gets the most interactions across the board. But for the folks who see that and actually live life that way, it's a miserable way to live your life. You only have one shot at this, in the words of Eminem. Now, I'll just quote everybody. Yeah. You only have one opportunity to further the quote.
Mom spaghetti?
Yeah, and you should make the most of every single day that you have on this planet. And looking at the world that way is not only detached from reality, but it's just stupid.
There's no Mackay Pfeiffer.
There's none. I'll stop quoting things, but it's really one of those things that you should
Sean,
push
basically,
back on.
Dance like no one's watching, right? Reach
True.
For the stars and hold on for one more day.
By the way, I believe Dance with no one's watching. I think that's how you should live your life. Smile a little bit. Enjoy yourself. And take in all the amazing things.
When was the last time you danced like nobody was watching?
I'm not going to tell you because people weren't watching when it happened.
All right.
I danced. I danced not that long ago.
It's not dance when no one's watching. It's dance like nobody's watching.
Yeah, people very well could be watching.
The whole point is that who cares if they're watching or not?
Right.
If people are watching me dance, though, there's a chance that they'll try to film that and then like post it online and look at this idiot dancing. There's
but
more
you're supposed
problems.
to just keep dancing as if none of that would happen and enjoying yourself or something.
I understand this, but I'm working on myself day by day. But at least I'm not that doomer. That's a weirdo view of the world, man. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Live life, okay? There's a lot of cool stuff happening around us. Take it all in. Watch it burn if you have to, but don't feel like you're actually literally burning, making decisions about your life based on weirdo radical reports from whatever area of the internet you've confined yourself to now. No. Reject that. Let's go to the guy. The guy who has been in a lot of viral news stories, considering how tiny this story actually is. It started out with this gentleman from Michigan by the name of Corey Harris, and he was in his vehicle driving, he said, to a doctor's appointment whilst he was speaking with the judge. His hearing was about not having a license, so the judge immediately said, turn yourself in. You're not supposed to be driving right now. Then the second version of this story was, how dare you? How dare you all do this to this guy? He was wrong. There was a glitch in the system, and they were supposed to reinstate his driver's license, but they never did. And the third version of the story was, hey, the reason his driver's license got this way to begin with was because this deadbeat hasn't paid child support in a damn long time. Fourth version of this
was... Wait, what? I didn't remember the child support part. I remember the part that I remember was, the third part was he never had the license to begin with.
That was the fourth part. Okay. Because it was after they discovered why this whole thing was going.
We're on part 5 of this anthology?
Part 4 was the judge firing back, saying not only is this guy not have a license right now in the state of Michigan, he's never had a license ever, and he shouldn't be driving a car. And the new update is, congratulations to Corey Harris, who just got his learner's permit.
A learner's permit? Oh, my gosh.
Who's just teaching him?
His learner's permit finally. Just this week.
Wait, I didn't know that you could get a learner's permit as an adult. I thought that was only something for like 15-year-olds.
Well, he can go for his road test in about a month, but before his next court hearing, and I'm pretty sure he's going to pass that because he's been out there driving on the roads. It seems like he's been doing this for a while, but he did get his learner's permit, so he's headed in a positive direction, and I think that's good.
Sure.
At least kind of. All right. Let's see real quick. I did want to give you an update. I've been bitching about how bad Amazon's Alexa is and how it's falling behind absolutely everybody out there. Now, some little twinkles of a story in the making, and they're saying they will, at Amazon and Alexa, have a big AI upgrade. But if you want good Alexa, you're going to have to pay more money with a monthly subscription to use the generative AI
You have got to be kidding
version.
me.
Not included in your Prime subscription, not included in the price that you paid for the device. An additional fee, if you don't want it to be an absolute dummy, is what Amazon is looking at doing moving
this
forward.
This is the time where the other smart home, device makers
could be killing it. And they should
show me why I should get rid of all of those and get me Google Home or I guess Apple Home or something like that.
Yeah, because Siri now is moving in that direction. They have like the Apple's own version of AI, which is basically ChatGPT and their latest version, and then they actually will rely on.
I think they said as much as that a lot of it is incorporating ChatGPT into iOS and the related OSs.
But I think they have a version that will be on the phone, software-wise, and then a cloud version, which will be connecting with like live GPT models, and both of those will be options. So that's brought up some security issues and some other things, but I'm not paying more for this. We paid for all these damn devices. How about you give us something a little smarter than what we have?
Literally almost cursed.
It's
I'm
embarrassing.
going to be like, F no.
The problem.
And by the way, if it was smarter, it would help. All three of us would probably buy more stuff from Amazon because we'd go,
I buy so much stuff.
But you would say like, hey, what's the best this? And then it would go, actually, this one, you get a good answer out of it.
I wouldn't trust that. I wouldn't trust asking Alexa what the best blank is. That's so buyable.
Well, doesn't it already do that?
I mean, yeah. But at least they disclose it to you. Like when you search for an item on Amazon, a lot of times it'll say like, "Here's the sponsored pick," and then there's a bunch more stuff.
Yeah. BDMXCon says no. Apple is embedding ChatGPT into their OS. That is not, as I understand it, the way this is working. They have a localized version. C-Lane, you can look this up maybe and find out what they actually say maybe during the break. But they have a localized version, I believe, of ChatGPT that will work on the device. And then they also will, if you want to, it'll say like, would you like to? And then you can go further and ask a live instance of ChatGPT. That's the way I've been told it works. Maybe that's wrong. We'll see. Okay, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up? up on the next episode. Firefest 2 is a go, while Jen and Ben's marriage is looking like a no. Johnny Depp's breakout role is widely considered to be Edward Scissorhands, and now we know the big names that didn't make the cut for the big role. Plus, Flava Flav has taken his Save Red Lobster campaign to the next level. Boy! All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio, at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Tuesday forecast. And for today, we are going to be seeing increasing rain and storm chances, and these will be heavy downpours that we'll expect. Now, we aren't going to be expecting an all-day rain, but we'll see some breaks in between those heavier downpours. As we head into our Wednesday and Thursday, even higher chances of these heavy downpours will be taking place. Temperatures this week will be below average as well, with highs in the 80s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World Jobs.
Walt Disney World Resort is hiring. Explore a variety of full-time and part-time roles at the heart of the magic and enjoy great benefits like complimentary theme park admission, exclusive discounts, and more. Apply today at waltdisneyworld.jobs.
It's a shot and a goal, Torhaldsen!
Orlando City is back at home in 2 weeks as your Lions take on LAFC on Saturday, June 15th at 7:30 p.m., presented by Walt Disney World. Tune in on FM 96.9 The Game and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. What's a Walt Disney World thrill feel like? There's only one way to know. Go. Come experience an amazing collection of thrills, soaring, roaring, and blasting through all 4 Walt Disney World theme parks. For more information, visit disneyworld.com/thrills.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Okay, this contract looks good to me. Let me just run it by my lawyer.
Everyone knows that having a good lawyer on hand can be a real game changer. Which is why Legal Shield connects you to a vetted law firm in your state for a low monthly fee. Only Legal Shield has been providing this kind of legal peace of mind for over 50 years. Need an experienced set of eyes on that fine print? With Legal Shield, you can say,
let me run it by my lawyer.
Is the dealership giving you a hassle about warranty repairs?
I guess we'll have to talk to our lawyer.
And for that will you've been putting off, you can finally tell your family.
We're good. I had our lawyer take care of it.
Legal Shield isn't AI bots. It's a dedicated group of real lawyers who have your back, no matter what the future brings. All for around the price of those streaming services you don't watch anymore. Sign up at LegalShield.com/radio today. PPLSI does not provide legal representation or advice. See a plan for complete terms.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
For over 15 years, Floridians have trusted the physician-led team at MD Now Urgent Care for high-quality health care. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, MD Now Urgent Care is here to get you back to better. Find a location near you at mdnow.com and use their convenient web check-in today.
Russell Peters, Relax World Tour.
I go, my parents are from India. She goes, oh, India. See, I knew India. Indian people, you have a big eyes and long eyelash like a cow. Wow, 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 wow.
August 1st, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Wow, 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 wow. I didn't know what to do. I just tipped her one, thank you, bye-bye, and I left.
On sale now at casino.hardrock.com/Tampa or Ticketmaster.com. Russell Peters, Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Guys, here in Central Florida, it is so important your air conditioner works perfectly every time. That's why I suggest a call to our friends at Mills Air. In business since 1992, that's 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida nice and cool. And their techs are awesome. They can service any brand out there. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. And Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call today and schedule your appointment. 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? ROLAIDS.
What about when life spells fried chicken?
ROLAIDS.
Fourth cup of coffee?
Still ROLAIDS.
Extra cheesy pizza?
Rolaids always spells relief. Rolaids' powerful dual-active formula begins neutralizing acid on contact to fight your heartburn fast. So, when life spells heartburn, Rolaids spells relief. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to
entertainment and beyond. Real quick, Ran on YouTube says Apple AI reads all your email and text messages. If that isn't something you could turn off, I could see that being an epic Apple fail. I know that many people will go to another phone. I understand what you're saying, and I think a lot of people think this way, but it's not true in as much as your iPhone right now, or any phone that you have, can obviously read all of your emails or all of your text messages.
And if it couldn't, neither could you.
Yeah, it wouldn't be able to display it to you so it's not about anything being able to read your text messages or emails. It's about them taking that and sending it back somewhere. That's the concern. Anything that happens on your phone is just a way to display things to you and for you to interact with your data.
I got to tell you, though, one of the things that I love that they announced was the scheduling of text messages.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, do you have someone's birthday and you definitely don't want to forget? Schedule it and they'll send it the next day.
Can they tell that it's scheduled?
That's a great question.
If it said scheduled, that would suck, but I don't think they would do it that way.
I would hope
think
not.
it would just push out, and then it looks like you're on the ball, remembering stuff. I think that's great. And by the way, I think I was right about Apple AI is the thing that's on the device. That's their own thing.
Apple Intelligence is available for many tasks. It'll work on the device using a local AI model and local chips, providing for higher level privacy than most cloud-based AI offerings. And then at some point, it will go. Siri may determine that it's a little too much for the device and go, "Hey, do you want me to send this to ChatGPT and ask them?" And then you have to give it permission.
Right. That's how it's going to work. All right. Any input on that? Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. Here we go. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Say, if you're feeling super stressed and your brain's really gone, grab yourself a bite of Johnny Marijuana. Johnny Marijuana. Johnny Marijuana. Johnny Marijuana. Johnny Marijuana.
The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. Listen up. He's looking out for you. Simple as that. When it comes to refinancing or buying your first dream home, when it comes to those big old numbers and how confusing the rates are, they're up, they're down, there somewhere. He's the one that is going to make sure the process is easy for you. And if you go to the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com, you'll see that. It's very easy to navigate through. It's chock full of information for you. And you have direct access to Don himself. Any question that you have, he has multiple ways for you to reach out to him via live chat, email, Zoom call, appointment. Maybe you want to hear yourself on the Home Loans Radio Show. Leave him a shout out right there on the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Now, forgive me, but because I will not be here, I'll be at Bonnaroo during this anniversary. I wanna share it now, So mark your calendars, because this weekend will be, ready to feel old, gentlemen?
Mm-hmm.
The 20-year anniversary of this gal's content being released.
Paris Hilton.
One Night in Paris is going to be 20 years old on June 15th. Wowza.
Yeah.
So I did the research. A dozen of shocking facts that came from the infamous sex tape. One Night in Paris can last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of laughs. Lots of weird angles. Night Vision, I believe, was also
a lot of
used.
Night Vision.
Did you know that Donald Trump watched it?
No, I did not. No.
Yeah, it was an interview with Howard Stern.
Okay.
Admitted to watching the sex tape with his wife, at that time girlfriend, Melania.
Huh. Very strange.
Now, someone who a lot of people don't give credit to, but is actually very beautiful, is Paris Hilton.
A little bit of comic book man in that.
Oh, from The Simpsons?
Yeah, a little bit of the comic book man.
I didn't realize I had another Simpsons character.
Yeah, if you hone that in, you're full-on comic book man, I think.
Paris said she didn't make a dime off of it, but Rick, the guy who released it, made millions of dollars.
Okay.
Leaked just weeks before The Simple Life aired. Coincidence?
Yeah.
I'm comic book man. Yeah.
As he says in all of his famous quotes.
It received a ton of awards at the AVNs in 2005. Best selling title of the year, best renting title of the year, when people were still renting DVDs or tapes at that time.
Renting the porno it's an odd.
Do you guys remember when I did the Sabrina on the Job at the porn place, the place you can rent DVDs?
Oh, yes. Yeah, the adult store. Right.
Somebody, I will never forget being on the phone with you. We're playing a game, but I watched an elderly man walk out with 30 rented tapes.
That's weird.
And
That's a strange
DVDs.
move.
It is.
Question
there
here.
You have it.
Is this the correct timeline?
Go on.
Tommy Lee and Pam, Paris Hilton, Night in Paris, Kim Kardashian, and Ray J. Is that how that played out? Because I can't remember which one was in which order, but I think that's how it went.
Yes.
Of the three of those, you guys seen all three?
I've seen neither. I haven't seen.
I've seen all of them. Yeah,
I haven't seen.
I've seen only
clips.
One Night in Paris.
Oh yeah, for the record, I've only seen clips. I never watched the entirety of anything like that.
Well, you never watched the entire porno.
No, I also skipped some parts.
Me too. There was somebody who brought up a really good point. They were like, you know what, like Pornhub and all these websites should show you where people just step off of
drop
the porn.
off.
Yeah, it's preference. Sometimes it's just
wanna get to the good part.
like a phrase that people will say, or I'm just like, okay, I didn't realize you were from New Jersey.
You ruined the whole thing.
So there you have it. Happy anniversary to One Night in Paris that lives in infamy. Now we have this guy, nothing to do with sex, all to do with some lobster, though.
Oh, yeah. Flavor Flav.
Yeah, Flavor Flav is right, and now he is doing everything he can to save Red Lobster from bankruptcy. First, it was the U.S. women's water polo team, and now it is Red Lobster. We heard last week that he went to a Red Lobster and bought everything on the menu, and he's like, this is what is going to save Red Lobster.
He loves it.
And then
He's
I think
a big fan.
some reps were like, that is not exactly how to save it because we just filed for bankruptcy. So he is now apparently going to be part of their new commercials that are going to run. They unveiled a new commercial for the annual Crab Fest. Is
he doing this for free?
I hope not.
But I mean, like, if the whole thing is like,
maybe get some shares.
He showed up to Red Lobster and bought everything on the menu to try and help.
They posted it if you want to look it up real quick.
Try and help their cause and help them not close, but instead they hire him for commercials.
It said, "This is what happens when a brand takes advantage of an opportunity in the right way. Power of the community." He wrote of the commercial, "We are all here to help." So he is not apparently the only active partnership. Oh, yeah. No, I mentioned that he was part of the Summer Olympics in Paris. But he did post, I believe, on his Instagram, the new commercial for Red Lobster. So
I see him going into a Red Lobster, but this doesn't look like it's the quality of a commercial. I don't think this is what you're talking about. This is just him going in and enjoying some delicious Red Lobster action.
We'll see some potential commercials in the future.
Maybe.
I'm comic book man. This is...
Oh, my God. Did you see this?
What?
Hang on. This is the photo of his order.
That's so much. Did he to-go all of that, or just gets to be wasted food?
I'll put this on. See it now over on thenewsjunkie.com.
I think this is the opposite of potential, but good for you on trying. Apparently, the convicted murderer of this gal... Selena is right. And her convicted murderer, Yolanda Saldiva, has revealed that if she is paroled in 2025, she wants to work with somebody else. So let this be a warning to Shakira. Her hips don't lie, and neither does the law, because... well, this person was a murderer of the last person they worked with.
Yeah, I want to keep some distance, I think.
One of my favorites was a response to this headline of Selena's convicted murderer, Yolanda Saldiva, revealing she wants to work with Shakira if she's paroled. And Drebe responded with, "Girl, you not working with anybody? Soon as the parole hit, we jumping you. Is that not clicking?"
What?
"Girl, you not working with anybody."
Yeah.
Says Drebe. "Soon as parole hit, we jumping you."
So they're going to fight her?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely going to fight her.
All right.
They want to save another person from possibly being murdered by Miss Saldiva.
Yeah, but you can just threaten to jump somebody as soon as they're paroled?
Sean, this is obviously a joke. They're not going to. But I think a lot of people would be to the defense of anyone who Saldiva is possibly hired by.
This person is probably from another country is what I'm guessing. But if they were in America, like if Sabrina said, the moment that that this person gets released from jail, I'm going to jump you. I think that's a threat, right? Like, it seems like it would constitute a threat.
What if it involves everybody? Like, if it says we, then maybe...
I don't know.
How do you narrow that down?
Put it on the Mo list, Sealand.
Please. Thank you. So we'll see. March 30th, I believe, 2025 is when she is up for parole. Sources say that Ben Affleck and J-Lo are living separate lives. Love is dead.
Love stinks.
They have put their $60 million Beverly Hills home on the market. Ben visited Jen there over the weekend, but didn't stay the night because that's how much the paparazzi is looking after them. Doctor Who makes history with a same-sex kiss, baby.
Oh!
Dr. Who-mo. They made history over the weekend, showing its first explicit romantic same-sex kiss. I'm comic book man. On screen, the episode was set in the British residency period of 1813, or what they call the gayest.
Didn't Doctor Who people get super mad? Like, because I think that one got kind of woke. I think they got mad at a lot of stuff on that show.
People were kissing that were of the same sex.
think that they changed the Doctor Who, which the Doctor Who always changes, but I think it changed to like, I don't know. There was more stuff in there that people were getting upset about. I don't know, because I've never watched a single episode of Doctor Who.
Neither have I.
I've been made to watch some Doctor Who.
And
isn't it a time? It's a time jump thing, right?
Right.
Yeah,
in the telephone booth.
Yes. Yeah, it's magically bigger when you get inside it.
And I feel like if I read any of this, it's going to spoil the episode for Doctor Who fans, because someone is dead.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
is it Doctor
time.
Who?
I don't know. It's
Because maybe people will be happy if the Doctor Who that was woke was dead.
I guess the homo that he kissed.
Okay. Well, maybe they'll still be happy about that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. And have I run out of time? I believe I have.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening on the Boob Tube. It's pretty crazy. America's Got Talent, and we have Star Wars, the third episode of the new show, The Acolyte, Love Island, 6th season premiere, 1 hour special, Celine's Story. Oh, they're doing it on my cat. And How Music Got Free on Paramount Plus. Follow your dreams. At me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. The road to Rue is upon us, and I would love for you to be a part of it. So be sure to give it a follow, and most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
A lot of very conflicting Doctor Who information on chat. Somebody saying the Doctor Who character has always been a male character, but now it's a female. And they said, no, it's back to male. And then another person said, I can't keep up. So I don't know. I'm way, way out of touch in the Doctor Who world.
Same.
You guys can fight it up
I can't even binge
yourself.
it. Isn't it like 30 years long?
I think it's been around for quite some time.
And the oldest ones are like, I think it's only just started to have better graphics. But some of the effects on the older ones are
hard
just
to watch.
God, so
like
hard to
reading
watch.
Rainbow style?
Yeah.
Did you tease anything for the next episode that you did not get to?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, save those. We'll hit whatever was missed when we come back.
Cool.
We'll talk about this Netflix show that people are going absolutely nuts for. I watched it. We'll give you some vibes on that. We'll see if Sabrina and C-Lane watched it or if you watched it. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Displaying a level of apathy that can only be achieved through years of studying. Okay, I guess you don't want to be petted. Cats. Real Radio 104.1.
Multiple lanes are blocked due to an accident eastbound and westbound on Colonial Drive at Rouse Road. There's an accident on Colonial Drive westbound at Hiawassee Road, blocking the right turn lane there. And on the express lanes of I-4, authorities are clearing up an accident eastbound at Kennedy Boulevard. The left lane is blocked there. If you see any other traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Macy's. Find the perfect Father's Day gift with Macy's Gift Finder. In just a couple clicks, you'll get personalized gift ideas for every dad at every budget. Visit Macy's.com/gift finder and give love today at Macy's.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah! FrankGayServices.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
Now that the kids are getting older, we needed to get a fence installed because we don't want them wandering into the lake in our backyard, and we most certainly did not want the alligators crawling into our backyard either. So once we called, they came and they surveyed our yard, they showed us what the options were, and within a couple of weeks, they installed the fence, and we were good to go. I'm glad we picked Fence Outlet. They did a really good job.
See for yourself. Go to fenceoutlet.com. That's fenceoutlet.com.
License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day. But when we're driving, cooking, and working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. Hey,
homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious, your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at solarsource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids. Running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice, not to mention it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well. And then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, "Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing." Or this one, "I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better," unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Seasons change. Why not your tech? Upgrade now during the Dell Technologies Summer Sale event and save on select PCs like the XPS 16 powered by Intel Core processors. You'll be able to bring your most intensive projects to life with built-in AI, minimalistic design, immersive visuals, and cinematic audio. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics plus free shipping on everything. Amazing prices await you for a limited time only at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
On the app or in store, Orlando runs on Duncan.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynn Studios. Why Kaufman and Lynn? Find out at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. The exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Yeah! Text the nationwide keyword FESTIVAL to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's FESTIVAL to 200-200.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture. This
Dispatcher 2 that you can leave over at thenewsjunkie.com. First things first, what do we miss on the next episode that you plug beforehand so we can tie that up and get that done?
Whoa. Does this count as next episode part 2?
It's just like we want to make sure we pay off teases, and if we say something, so many times I'm like, I say it, and I'm like, try to keep it in my mind and make sure we pay it off. It's not always going to be paid off immediately because sometimes we get pushed in another direction, but eventually the goal is to get to everything that we tease on the show. So, what else did you have on deck for the next episode that we missed?
You're going to play a song.
More next episode. Here's some more. And here's how it goes.
I thought he actually cared. He just wanted to play a song.
Come on, man.
Hey, yeah, I mean, do we care? Yes, we do. And if you want to get some tickets, they are selling like hotcakes for Firefest 2.
I can't believe it's actually a thing.
I can't believe he's illegally allowed to do it.
Yeah, I would have thought that would have been.
Didn't he go to jail because of Firefest?
He did.
1?
He went to jail for fraud, as far as I know. And the idea that you could do that and then repeat it is real bad.
He was on a show recently, and Billy McFarland, straight out of jail, says that it is a go. Firefest 2, and the first Firefest, to put it lightly, did not go well. Man almost gave some mop just for some Evian, but
hang
here
on
we
a second. Hang on. It went well for us. Technically, it went well for us. We enjoyed it. We had a nice, yeah.
Hulu
but for people
and
who
Netflix, they thrived as well. That said, this time it will be different, according to Billy. McFarland gives all the details and explains how things go on this new interview, but of course I don't have time to do it. Just know I highly suggest you don't buy tickets for it.
It's probably good advice.
Donald Trump, after...
Firefest 2 is targeted for the end of 2024 in the Caribbean.
Oh.
It's pretty general.
Yeah, just take a boat and see what happens.
All right.
Arriba! Don't know if Donald Trump will be there. And recently he has given his take on immigration and the war. And I'm just kidding.
I didn't hear that. I heard sharks.
He is actually just talking about Taylor Swift for some reason.
Oh, I didn't know he did that.
Yeah. Ooh. Donald Trump apparently thinks Taylor Swift is not only very beautiful, but unusually beautiful.
That's weird.
Yeah, in an interview for an upcoming book about his time as a reality star, Trump was asked about his thoughts on Taylor Swift, and this is what he had to say. She's got a great star quality. She really does. I think she's beautiful, very beautiful. I find her very beautiful. This is the direct quote. I think she's liberal. She probably doesn't like Trump. I hear she's very talented. It continues. I think she's very beautiful, actually unusually beautiful. She is liberal, or is that just an act? She is legitimately liberal. It's not an act. It surprises me that a country star can be successful being liberal. End quote. I also mentioned that he doesn't know her music very well, which isn't very surprising, considering that he thinks that she's still a country star, and that was a long time ago.
I wanted the Trump Cheesecake Factory thing to be real so bad.
What was that?
It's fake, but I'll show you if you're watching. You can always watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie, and they use the captions to tell the story. And it's got Trump, and it says, the Biden economy is the worst economy in the history of economies. And there's been many economies, which is pretty Trumpy to say. He says, the prices are insane. And then he's holding a menu. It says, this is a menu from the Cheesecake Factory. We love that place, don't we? One of the best factories. Which is great. And it says, the warm crab dip is $47. These are Biden prices. And I bet it's not even warm since Biden is so bad with energy. Ice cold crab dip, $47. He said.
I think that slide would have been the one where I go, I don't know if this is...
$37 Korean dip?
Yeah, it says $37 Korean fried chicken. When I was president, all chicken was American.
Yeah.
I wish that was real, but...
The quick flip of the internet. I'll never be upset about.
Yeah.
Despite his... this is the first I've heard of it. Maybe it's the second time and I just forgot the first time. Did you know this guy right here? Where is my damn button? Oh,
I don't know him. I don't know this guy.
Button? Who's got the button?
I found the button.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp is right. Did you know that he feels as if he has imposter syndrome
I think a lot of people do.
when it comes to
happens.
Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah, I feel like that was a whole different guy. I don't even know if back then, if you talked to Johnny Depp, he would, like, he does the voice thing now. And, like, this is a guy from California who sounds like he's definitely from
Another
England
place. Yeah,
somewhere. Like, he's from somewhere else, not here somewhere.
Well, Johnny Depp has now revealed the big names in film and music that he beat out for the breakout role of Edward Scissorhands. He revealed that he beat out the likes of Tom Hanks. Now, picture this, Edward Scissorhands, but it's Tom Hanks.
I can't picture that. Whenever this happens, though, I always feel that same way. I'm like, I can't picture the people who played these roles as anybody else.
I mean, like, I always go back to, can you picture Neo from The Matrix being Will Smith?
No, it would be totally different. Not that it would be bad necessarily. It's just that
different.
It seemed like it works the way that they did it.
Can you
That was the
imagine
right
Keanu
choice.
Reeves being Agent J?
No. Wait, which one's Agent J?
I could
Who's
see
Agent
him
J?
being in Men in Black.
Yeah, I could too.
Oh, Agent J is the guy in Men in Black Will
Yes.
Smith plays?
Mm-hmm. Or the another
That wasn't
agent.
obvious enough that I was swapping the two.
I think everybody made the right choices, okay? I think those are the right decisions made across the board.
But there is one name that he beat out that I'm like, okay, I can see this as Edward Scissorhands.
Who?
So he says Tom Hanks he beat out, Tom Cruise he beat out, and apparently this person was up for the role as well.
Michael Jackson?
Think about
Interesting.
it. Same hair.
Yeah, I
weird
guess so.
hands.
Weird person.
So he told director Tara Wood that Cruise was not far away from actually playing Edward Scissorhands. True story, as he reflected on the film for an untitled docuseries about Burton. Depp ultimately landed the role, of course, but when it came down to it, the other names that he mentioned were Tom Hanks as well as Michael Jackson. Can I cut your hair, baby?
I don't think I've fully seen Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's good.
Oh, it's a great film.
Just real quick to clear things up.
Yeah, what up?
Johnny Depp, even though he sounds like he's from some other place, in air quotes, was born in Owensboro, Kentucky. And then he actually, when he was 7, moved to Miramar, Florida.
Yeah, he went to Miramar High School.
I'm familiar.
Yeah, and he lived in Miramar in South Florida
But he got
until...
discovered randomly, right? Wasn't it? Like he
No.
worked in like a waiter or something?
He moved out to L.A. because he wanted, or he moved out to California because he wanted his band to make it.
Right.
And he ended up roommates with Nick Cage.
Did you ever know this? Here's a line on him. Depp is primarily of English descent with some French, German, Irish, and African-American ancestry.
Look at him go.
Wow.
Is this like me, like when my ancestry thing came back and it's like 1.4% Ghanaian or something where, I don't know.
That
if these,
came up for you?
It wasn't Ghanaian. It was some African country that was like 1% or Senegal or I forgot where it was. Those are my people. So
What?
according to the DNA test, the science doesn't lie.
Prove it. Put it on Say It Now, please.
No.
And finally, they say, and by they, I mean one guy from this band right here.
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses is right, and Duff McKagan, he is convinced that of all the things, the Simpsons named Duff Beer after him.
All right.
And now he's telling us part of it. It was 1988, 1989, our management, I remember they called me and said some art house-like cartoon wants to use your name as the beer, like a college art house cartoon. I didn't know about branding or anything like that, but the show took off, and then they started selling merch and stuff. I never went after him, but I'm like, hey, mother effers, you know? Direct quote. The creators
Go
of,
get 'em.
The creators of the show deny he had anything to do with it. Matt Groening has called Duff's claim absurd, and a former showrunner once wrote in a book, "We've never heard of this guy, have you?" End quote. So he claims that he's just being business savvy by denying the connection. And there you have it, my friends. Thank you so much for the part 2 of the next episode. And
smoke weed every day. Hey, you might as well smoke it again, I guess. Ed, just to bring us to the conclusion of this big cliffhanger about my ancestry, here it is in front of me. It says European, 99.6%. British and Irish and French and German, which is...
What is it we're looking at off to the right here?
Those are the countries. Those are the countries. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a child predator map.
And I didn't... Why would it be a child predator map,
I don't know.
you
It
monster?
just has the same... It has the same vibe.
It's Europe. It's Europe colored in. And this is right.
I see white.
Yeah. It's
Where?
different on our end.
Right here?
The color's off.
Okay, I'm zooming in.
We just see kind of like a blue... There we go.
Does that work better?
Yeah,
this is what's lit up. So it says British and Irish and French and German, which is exactly all right. My family comes from mostly those two places, or those three places, four. And then it fills in the rest of it. But just so you know, I am 0.4% Sudanese, according to this.
Look at that.
It's not a big portion,
It is
but
not.
it's in there.
You should bring that up
2.7%
next time you're in the
Portuguese.
Sudan.
Yeah, just would stop
My
by.
cousins.
Hey guys, I don't know if they're going to buy in. I don't know if they'll do that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we'll come back with this show that is, or movie that is lighting Netflix on fire right now, and the star of it happens to be wrapped up in a big controversy over a cannibal story they told. What's this all about? You're going to find out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Russ, if Ryan gets a speedboat, the next day's headline is going to be this: Captain Corn Carney causes carnage at Causeway.
Ah, damn, he did it.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Traveling on I-4, there's slowdowns between US 192 and Central Florida Parkway, and there's a couple accidents authorities are clearing up on Colonial Drive westbound at Rouse Road. There's also an accident on Colonial Drive westbound near Hiawassee Road, and the shoulder's blocked due to an accident on I-4, the express lanes eastbound near Kennedy Boulevard. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
A weekend full of superstar performances this September.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale Friday, June 14th.
But starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet?
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322.
Ah, summer in Florida. You know, that fun season of watching the thermostat like a hawk, not to mention your power bills. Keep the AC in and the heat and humidity out with new windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen. Renewal by Andersen delivers custom designed energy-saving windows and doors. And that's because their unique Fibrix material combines elegance and resilience, offering double the strength of traditional vinyl. And they offer a seamless experience from design to installation, providing durable windows and doors in Florida that can stand up to Florida's weather. And now through the end of June, buy one window and or patio door and receive one 40% off, plus 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring experienced window and door installers. Just go to rbafla.com for complete details. Some restrictions apply. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Aaron, most migraines were alleviated almost immediately after a sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies are easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Enjoying the news junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you and your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Last season, millions tuned into the Betrayal podcast to hear a shocking story of deception. I'm Andrea Gunning, and now we're sharing an all-new story of betrayal. Justin Rutherford. Doctor, father, family man. It was the perfect cover to hide behind.
I was just like, what in the world is going on?
Listen to Betrayal on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Betrayal and start listening.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-254-5751. 800-254-5751. Again, that's 800-254-5751. Coverage, deductibles, and claims may vary. For details, go to endurancewarranty.com.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
I'm Maria Kondakova.
And I'm Nate Silver.
And our new podcast, Risky Business, is a show about making better decisions. We're both journalists who moonlight as poker players, and that's the lens we're going to use to approach this entire show.
We're going to be discussing everything from high-stakes poker to personal questions.
Like whether I should call a plumber or fix my shower myself.
And, of course, we'll be talking about the election.
Listen to Risky Business on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Risky Business.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
Article saying Netflix's newest #1 film is already a certified hit, and viewers can't get enough of the sexy, dark flick. They're calling it the best comedy of the year, and it's called Hitman. Anybody seen it yet, or just me?
We started it.
Yeah? You didn't like it? You stopped it?
No, that was the one that I think Ashley fell asleep during it. I don't think she liked it, but we were also tired.
Well, this is based on a true story, which is the craziest part about it. And it's based on the true story.
That's crazy. I mean, it's not like wild crazy, but like, oh, you mean there's really a person whose job it is to answer hitman ads who's not a hitman?
I know. And Courtney goes, is that a real thing? And I said, it would have to be, I guess, because when they get a tip about a hitman, what are they going to do? What are they going to do to try to arrest that person? And yeah, this is very interesting. It's got Glenn Powell in it. He's sort of having a moment right now. Glenn Powell was in that Sydney Sweeney movie recently.
Correct.
Anybody but you? Or
Yeah. That I did watch.
Okay.
That was cute.
What do we know Glenn Powell for? Because you're right.
He's been in a bunch of stuff. I mean, he's been like the goofy friend in a lot of movies, but now he's hot.
He's been in Spy Kids 3D. All right.
That is not where I know Glenn Powell from. Just throw that out there.
Top Gun Maverick. He was in that as well. And then the big explosive one was Anybody But You this year. So he's having a year right now, or really did in 2023 when he recorded both of these. But it was just dropped on Netflix not that long ago. And as I said, it's based on a true story about a person who worked with the police, worked as an undercover officer. And I don't know how close to reality it is, but he's supposed to be this guy named Gary Johnson. And the plot says Gary Johnson is a professor of psychology and philosophy at the University of New Orleans, while also working undercover with the New Orleans Police Department to assist in undercover sting operations. When Jasper, a fellow cop who portrays fake hitmen to solicit murder-for-hire confessions and payments from customers, is suspended, Gary is unwillingly ushered into the role. And he's like he's an expert in psychology and philosophy, so he kind of uses it to act his way through all these different parts. So when somebody wants a hitman, he becomes the perfect person that they expect the hitman to be. And then from there, it goes in a couple of different directions. I won't spoil anything. But people are really digging this right now. 97% on Rotten Tomatoes with the reviewers and 93% with the audience. I just want to know more about, and I'll probably look this up after the show today, how accurate it is to the truth of this guy's life, Gary Johnson, because that is the crazy part. There's a couple of stories I see already. Glenn Powell's hitman character is based on real Texas investigator Gary Johnson, who went undercover to help prosecutors with murder solicitation cases. And they said Johnson's actual career as a fake contract killer in Harris County, Texas, receives a stylish twist. Well, of course it is. They're going to punch it up, as they always do. And I always say that about these types of movies. While Powell's hired gun is portrayed as a master of eccentric disguises, the real Johnson, who died in 2022, was a no-nonsense investigator who used his beguiling charm to help authorities in and around Houston make dozens of arrests related to murder solicitation. So they kind of dice out.
No nonsense and then charm don't really go hand in hand often.
Not really, but they mean no nonsense like this. Like, he dresses up in costumes and stuff in this one, and he plays roles because he thinks the person expects the hitman to look like this. It was pretty good. I thought it was pretty enjoyable. Is it like a groundbreaking movie? No, not at all, not in the slightest. But it was kind of fun. Last night we watched You're Next, which somebody had recommended to Courtney on Instagram, which was a wild ride, and one of those movies where just like a lot of people die. Just a lot of people die. I'm not
familiar with that one. I rewatched, and my girlfriend watched Flight Attendant for the first time.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Still holds up.
Sure.
And then on Apple TV was Defending Jacob, which I found to be very interesting.
I don't think I've even heard of that.
About this 15-year-old accused of murder. And it's Chris Evans and...
Captain America.
Yeah. And he plays the father, but he was also assistant DA at the time. Good little twist at the end, that's for sure. And I can't figure out if they left it off like there's going to be a defending Jacob to Electric Boogaloo, or that's just what it is. But certainly got through it in 2 days.
Yeah,
now,
like that.
What's next?
We have, I think we finished.
You guys are falling asleep during everything, from what I could tell on the show today.
Oh, my, 2 things. Actually,
little Jackson is wearing you out.
When you get into a comfortable spot, and for some reason, like it is like having a mobile, like a baby would, but it's only like murder shows and movies.
No, what really happened was that story I told earlier that I thought was about the French movie was really about Hitman, and I don't know why we stopped watching the French movie.
You didn't know? You didn't know if it was about a shark or a hitman? Those are completely different movies.
I know. I remember not finishing the shark movie. I thought we just weren't super glued to it. But she definitely fell asleep during Hitman. That was this weekend.
I thought it was enjoyable enough.
But,
good, I would say.
Yeah, it was enjoyable enough. There were just other things going on.
With Jackson? Jackson's ruining your movie watching.
Whoa.
It wasn't Jackson. It was
Are you fully locked into this whole Jackson thing, by the way?
Yeah.
I meant to ask
89%.
All right. I'll leave it alone then.
No,
Did they accept babies for Chick-fil-A camp?
We
They might.
We call it the summer camp at the fire station. I think we finished it finally, but watched this like mini series on Hulu, maybe.
Yeah.
About Nick and Aaron Carter. Have you guys
That's
tuned
on the
into
queue,
that at all?
but I'm just like, I think it needs my full attention, not the play in the background kind. Considering.
I did not know the level of allegations that were against Nick Carter.
Big time.
And like we lived through Aaron dying, and then some of the other members of the Carter family. I didn't realize once you go back and kind of log them all and timeline it, how many members of this family have had
pretty
tragic
problematic, right?
deaths. Like that is an issue-filled family.
That sucks, man. That's dark. And maybe some of them had it coming. I don't know. But like it really, when you see a family that just gets roped up in that, you go, damn, it's like bad luck over here.
I mean, you say maybe some of them had it coming, and they don't paint the mother in a very bright light for how she handled the fame of her children and how she just handled her children in general. But then at the end of the day, it seems like at least the way the producers of this documentary frame things it seems like the one who had it coming the most is the one that's still alive.
The mom?
No,
or the son, Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys. Yeah, all right. I'll have to check that out. I mean, this seems like one of those dark ones, but when we come back, we got jury duty, and I've got to bring to you a moment in this Young Thug trial in Atlanta. The guy who is representing rapper Young Thug ended up getting arrested in the courtroom. There's this whole big dramatic moment where he was either throwing a Hail Mary to get his client released or he would have to jail himself. It was wild, and I'll play it for you. You'll be able to hear what happened. That plus much more coming up in jury duty, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Someday, Alexa will know everything. Alexa, how do I get rid of a deadbeat roommate?
Try poisoning them.
But until then, tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy, 3-time Pro Bowler. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's.
In a shocking move, Caitlin Clark was left off the Team USA Olympic roster. It's another example of women's basketball getting in their own way. Caitlin should be on the team for the buzz factor alone. Viewership and sponsorship would be at an all-time high. The national team committee should take more notice. She's a once-in-a-generation opportunity. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Find the perfect Father's Day gift with Macy's Gift Finder. In just a couple clicks, you'll get personalized gift ideas for every dad at every budget. Visit Macy's.com/gift finder and give love today at Macy's.
Dude, we all can see you. You're not that tricky. Put the phone down. Trust me, nobody liked your last 50 posts. They're not going to like the one you just did while you were driving. I can see you, man. Don't pretend. Don't think because your hand's below the dashboard, I don't know what you're doing. This trial attorney, Jeff Kaufman, from the injury law firm of Kaufman Lynn. I'm the one who's going to be suing you. For all the other people, contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell. Offices, Orlando.
Join the Christner family on June 14th for a special fundraising dinner to celebrate 31 years of legendary dining in Orlando. 100% of your dining proceeds will be donated to Aspire Health Partners and the Howard Phillips Center for Children and Families to help fund mental health programs and support services for at-risk children. Thank you for your continued support for more than 3 decades and counting. Now taking reservations by calling 407-645-4443 or visit ChristnersPrimeSteakandLobster.com. Every day is a special occasion at Christner's.
Seasons change. Why not your tech? Upgrade now during the Dell Technologies Summer Sale event and save on select PCs like the XPS 16 powered by Intel Core processors. You'll be able to bring your most intensive projects to life with built-in AI, minimalistic design, immersive visuals, and cinematic audio. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics plus free shipping on everything. Amazing prices await you for a limited time only at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Glad to finally have you over. What do you think?
You could install a bay window to let in more natural light over there.
Huh?
Sorry.
Sorry, it's just that I saved hundreds on my Navy Federal Credit Union home equity loan. Now I see potential home improvement projects everywhere.
Learn more about how our home equity loans with no closing costs can help you get more from your home base at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender. Membership required. Loan subject to change.
Join Jim Colbert on the Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Hey there, it's Russ Rollins. I'm talking to all the homeowners out there who are tired of staring at their cold swimming pools. It's time to stop wasting money on a pool that you can't use. With Solar Source, you can enjoy your pool year-round like I do. Top 5 things Solar Source customers do after solar heating their pools? Well, spend time with your family. Go nighttime swimming. You got movie nights in the pool. You got water workouts and much more. Friends of mine, friends of Russ Rollins, can save big money when scheduling a free consultation today at solarsource.com/monsters. Don't wait any longer. Start enjoying your pool again with Solar Source.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? ROLAIDS.
What about when life spells fried chicken?
ROLAIDS.
4th cup of coffee?
Still ROLAIDS.
Extra cheesy pizza?
Rolaids always spells relief. Rolaids' powerful dual-active formula begins neutralizing acid on contact to fight your heartburn fast. So, when life spells heartburn, Rolaids spells relief. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the News Junkie.
Just a moment. And then the real life court drama for me tomorrow, question mark. Oh, fingers crossed, man. I know there could be some excitement to it. C-Lane said earlier, is there any part of you that is excited about doing jury duty? And I said, if I get called, if I don't get to weasel out of this, I will make the most of it. I will try to enjoy it as a thing and do what I'm supposed to do. But ideally, they would go, Mr. Wasson, your services are not needed. We've got plenty of other great citizens who are going to be part of this jury, and we don't need you today. Don't know if that's going to happen, but that's the dream of the moment. We'll see how that all goes. And basically, it'll be a game time thing. At the show start tomorrow, either I'll be here or I won't. And then if I'm not here, who knows if it's just a little quick thing or if it's a whole trial. God forbid. It's is there anything big in the pipeline, like a big news story?
So, there is, but I don't think that they would have. I could be very wrong. Maybe no question. But jury selection, they're going to have for the 13-year-old.
Soto? The Soto case?
Yeah, but that's Osceola County then, now that I'm saying it out loud. But the Soto case is, they're going to move to jury selection soon.
Right. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff floating out there.
Death penalty for him.
You also have that daylight incident with the carjacking, and there's still some stuff floating around on that.
You're praying to get that one.
No, I don't get it. Dude, that sounds like a big thing. That sounds like Sean is gone for a month. He's now a professional juror. He eats Subway every single day. Same
if you're
item.
Gone for a month, your little check from jury duty would still be
still not much. What do you get? What do you get a day for jury duty?
$11.
No,
that's it.
I thought it was 15 by now.
Still terrible. $15. My God.
Did they give you lunch or they take care of your lunch? I remember being let out for lunch, but I didn't know if I had to take care of it myself or not.
You guys know,
it's been a minute.
If I become a juror and a jury foreman, your expertise in that area is blown out, and I'll have the freshest
he won't
experience
even ask us anymore.
I'll be like,
I was a jury foreman.
I don't know that that's going to happen. But
it says, if you're not regularly employed or you don't receive regular wages during your service, you will be compensated at the rate of $15 per day for the first 3 days of service. Each juror who serves more than 3 days is entitled to be paid $30 per day for the fourth day and each day thereafter.
Oh, big money. I like that. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Well, BDMX Con says, if Sean gets any case, they'd have to sequester the jury. Please. No, please. It seems nightmarish. Those people are good people who are doing that stuff. I'm already looking up to them more than I was in the past. Jury duty brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, lots of attorneys are out there for you, but only one will really treat you the way you deserve to be treated, like a person, and that's Moses DeWitt. So reach out after an accident for you, yourself, or your family member. JustCallMo.com or 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO. Shubala says, Orange County Sheriff's Office versus radio show host. Hopefully it's not that. I will get dismissed if it was anything to do with that. Now, Young Thug, he's a rapper. He drops the rhymes and the beats. He does his thing. And he has been in a courtroom for quite some time because they have a big RICO case against these guys from an outfit that's called YSL, which I think was like Young Slime League or
we
something.
do this every time.
I forget it all the time. Young Slime League or whatever. And there was other things that they said it actually meant.
Yves Saint Laurent.
The fashion brand was not one of them. They said that this has been going on for a while because it's a complicated RICO case. And when they arrested Young Thug and some of these other guys in YSL for this RICO trial, the crime in Atlanta proper plummeted, in such a measurable way that they were like, it looks like we got some of the right guys here, but you gotta convict them. And that's what they're working through now. And his attorney was just arrested in the courtroom, held in contempt of court in the courtroom. I've got some of the back and forth between the judge, the attorney. You could see Young Thug there the whole time, but he's just kind of hanging out while it's all going down. Let's listen in.
You all are really getting yourselves cross purposes at this point in time. Sir, I'm telling you,
the judge,
you are at this point in time. You made some things out of nothing. I think that you're on very precarious ground at this point in time. So I'm telling you at this point in time, he's in custody. We're going to go ahead and start. You can represent Mr. Williams. That's okay. That's fine. I'll take up the other stuff as needed, but I'm not going to take it up right now. Say again?
Respectfully, I will not. I cannot.
Sir.
He said, respectfully, I will not. So he's pushing further, even as the judge told him to just basically shut up with what you're talking about. The judge, in this case, here's what happened. It got heated in the courtroom. Attorney Brian Steele was held in contempt of court by Judge Ural Glanville after refusing to disclose his source regarding information shared at a meeting between the judge, the state, and one of the key witnesses by the name of Kenneth Copeland, not of the religious fame. Judge Glanville threatened Steele with contempt several times, but he continuously refused. He's insinuated the court was committing coercion as no representation for his client was invited to the meeting. So the judge is said to have had a meeting with a key witness and the state, and they said the defense was not involved in this. So that's what he's pushing big time.
You have to. Well, you're going to have to do the best you can at this point in time, because you don't get to extort the court. That's what you're attempting to do at this point in time. Whoa. Sir, yes, you are. What you're trying to do is, I'm not going forward if I don't get this. You know, it doesn't work that way, Mr. Adams. And I'm telling you at this point in time, I would just kind of govern yourself accordingly. Sir, I'm telling you.
He keeps pushing.
As the court, under these particular circumstances, everything will come out as it should. I don't think.
So it shows at some point here, you see they actually arrest him in the courtroom. Like, they bring in the bailiff and
I don't know if you just mentioned it, but it's like the second person, maybe even third, that has been arrested in the courtroom.
Yes, because somebody else pled the fifth.
Yeah.
And
but after they were asked about how old they were.
Yeah. It was not, there was allegations back and forth over whether or not they knew that this guy was going to plead the fifth, and then they cuffed him. So this whole thing has been kind of wild. Let's see what happens here.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened. I'm just telling you, that's not what happened.
There's a cop behind him now.
Respectfully, we are not obligated to simply accept that there's been no violation. We believe that there has been. And the only
okay, well then you made it. No, we're not doing that at this point in time.
That's not the attorney that ends up getting arrested here. It's his other attorney, and they have him stand up and take off his coat and all that, and they walk his ass out of there.
Yes, sir. You certainly may.
Oh, he's going to say something here? Hold on.
Williams does not wish to go forward without me being here. You are removing me against his will, my will. You're taking.
Look at all those people on Zoom.
And you're conducting material parts of this trial without me present, and I can't learn about it by watching online. So
a lot of drama going on there, kind of a Hail Mary by their attorneys. I have no idea who's winning that case. I haven't kept close enough of an eye on it, but certainly it's one to watch as that continues in Atlanta. And let's go over to Marion County, where Marion County Sheriff's investigators are searching for a man who did something horrific. The sheriff, Billy Woods, is really pissed off about this. And he's like, I'm going to find you, to the guy who did this. Here he is.
Hello, citizens.
I saw this.
Unfortunately, I've got to come to you a couple days earlier. On Sunday morning around midnight, a tragedy struck a home in Reddick. An elderly, 91-year-old woman was awoken to find a man sneaking through her home. In a cruel act of violence, she was beaten and sexually battered.
91 years old, he said. 91-year-old woman who this happened to. Somebody broke into the house and did that to her, and obviously he's fired up.
As my detectives continue to work tirelessly to identify this individual and process the evidence, we must unite to protect our most vulnerable citizens. If you know someone who lives alone, ensure their doors are locked, help them install security cameras, and for the love of God, please check on them on a regular basis.
Jesus, this guy.
My fellow Reddick citizens, if you saw anything suspicious or noticed anything unusual on your security cameras, I'm asking you to give us a call at 352-732-9111.
They want tips on this.
I need us to come together to keep our community safe and bring this individual to justice.
Justice.
And to the person responsible, I will find out who you are.
Particular suspects.
I'd tell you to turn yourself in, but I know you ain't going to do it. But I will find you, and I will find out who you are. And also, to anybody out there that may have an idea who it is, I'm going to implore you to call us to turn him in.
Turn him in, they said. That's just vile to hear that somebody would do that to
There was a part at the end where he tried to like double down to the person, but
Should I keep going?
Ultimately, it's not that big a deal. Ultimately, his like big thing was, "I'm going to find you." But this sheriff needs to call
Grady.
Yeah, he needs to call Grady Judd.
He didn't have enough lines.
He needs to get some. He needs to learn to cut
out.
Grady Judd can cut a promo. You know, and Grady Judd will be like, "I don't care how many bullets it takes."
For those of you who don't know, he's like Law and Order guy. He's like WWE.
He's gone viral
sheriff.
many a times.
Yeah, he has press conferences that are designed to get attention, and they generally do. Let me see how he ends it here, though. This guy.
Now, let me make something abundantly clear to you.
Yeah?
If I find out that you've harbored, hidden, or not even wanted to call us, I will do everything to charge you and put you in the same cell as they are going to be in. Now, we will identify you, and we will find you.
Citizens?
Citizens?
Told you.
Help me find and serve justice.
Yeah, we got to find some justice. Actually,
0 leads.
They're fishing. Sounds like they're fishing to me right now. Hopefully they find more, because that is the type of person that everybody, I think, unanimously wants off the streets. And to wrap up jury duty, some updates on what's happening for Hunter Biden right now, who is convicted on the 3 felony counts he was facing in federal court for lying on a form to obtain a firearm in the United States of America. Hunter Biden and his father, the President Biden, also chiming in. President Biden says
he's kind of an underachiever, just like his dad.
President Biden, who says he's not going to pardon his son. That's what he said so far. I don't know if he'll go back on that. I think he might. But President Biden said, I will accept the outcome of this case and will continue to respect the judicial process as Hunter considers an appeal. That's the president talking about this. Here's Hunter and his attorney. His lead defense attorney is Abby Lowell. We are naturally disappointed by today's verdict. We respect the jury process. Mind you, he's facing 25 years in prison potentially. He won't get that, but he's facing that. The recommended, I think, was between 15 and 20 months or somewhere around that range. It was pretty close to that. 13 to 22 months, something like that.
This is state, federal.
Federal, yeah. This would be on the federal level. We respect the jury process as we have done throughout this case. We'll continue to vigorously pursue all the legal challenges available to Hunter. Though through all of this, he has been through in his recovery, including his trial. Hunter has felt grateful for and blessed by the love and support of his family. And Hunter Biden finally says, I'm more grateful today for the love and support I experienced this last week from Melissa, my family, my friends, and my community than I am disappointed by the outcome. Recovery is possible by the grace of God, and I am blessed to experience that gift one day at a time. That's what he is saying. And they gave us a tidbit on CNN. They said the jury in the Hunter Biden case was evenly split 6-6 when deliberations began last night. But when they started, there was 11 willing to convict, and they pushed through with the 3 convictions on the charges against him. So now it's only about like what he faces, what happens here. That's the next big question. All right, let's work in a dispatch or two real quick, just because we want to get your opinion in on the show. Jazzy Josh says, I'm disappointed in you, Sean. Well, why? Why are you disappointed?
Sean, man, I feel a little betrayed. It's because of you that I threw my jury papers in the trash.
Don't do that.
Because you always said nothing happens to you. So I took your word and did it, and it's been 6 months and nothing has ever happened. My mom is like, what are you doing? You're crazy. And I'm like, the guy I listen to on the radio does it, and he's fine.
Don't do what I do.
And now you're going to go to jury duty? Your civic duty is to entertain us, sir. There's enough idiots out there to take your place. You better not go. Come on, man. We're in this together, brother.
Jazzy Josh, I have to go. I've pissed off too many people. That's the position I'm at right now. I don't want to get in more trouble than I need to.
Yeah. Surprised you guys haven't read between the lines as this much yet.
Yeah.
I knew this a while ago.
No, I can't do that.
I just have this weird feeling, though, Sean.
About what?
You're going to miss your alarm or something.
You're going to miss my alarm?
You can't show up late.
I'm not going to show up late. I know. I've got to be there at 7:30, for God's sake. I don't know what happens at 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, I got it on my phone. Yeah, I got the QR code thing. I scan it, tells me kind of where to go. And do I know where it is? No. Do I know how far away it is?
Do you have any idea where it is?
No, but I don't think it's too far away from where I am. I feel like if I leave by 7 o'clock,
technically it's down the road from where I used to live.
Okay, so that's not too far. It's right down there. Is it a pain in the ass to park down there?
There's a free parking lot that's for jury people.
Will he find
Okay,
it?
good. Good, I want that.
And then
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
like
take
that.
the bus.
Is this like a flight, though? Like I've got to be there 30 minutes beforehand, 45 minutes beforehand?
I think it's best if you Uber or get dropped off.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to do that. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I hate that. Hopefully it just says I don't need to be there, but I have a feeling that I do. I just have a feeling that that's what's going to happen.
You know what you have to do if you get there and show up on time, which you should. Something you haven't done probably since grade school that they do at jury duty that I have not seen too many other places do this at the beginning of their day.
Attendance?
No, close.
The Pledge of Allegiance?
The Pledge of Allegiance. They do the Pledge of Allegiance at jury duty.
Really? The last patriotic place? Yeah, of course I do. I know the Pledge of Allegiance.
Are you going to take off your hat?
I can't wear a hat at all.
Oh.
No, I'm not going to be able to. No, I can't because they have dress code rules. They want you to be not fancy, but you can't be like a slob. You're not allowed to slob it up there, and that's okay. So we'll see how it goes.
I feel like I've slobbed it up at jury duty before.
I don't remember what I wore.
I know you didn't flip-flop it to jury duty. I know you did that.
I don't know.
I think they might send you back for that. What do you think, everybody? Let us know. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send that now.
I thought you were saying, what do you think, everybody? What did C-Lane wear to jury duty? It's been decades since then.
He doesn't remember that. You don't remember that. I know that one. We still got to talk about what Musk is threatening to do because of this Apple intelligence and the AI that they're adding to their phones. And a restaurant has decided to do something fairly unheard of. And we'll find out if this is going to work out in their favor or not, or if you would like this. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your 30 seconds of airtime awaits. The TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for an accident off to the left shoulder on I-4 westbound, heading over the St. Johns River Bridge there. Traffic is backed up from Saxon Boulevard. There's a couple accidents to watch out for. Colonial Drive westbound at Rouse Road, and there's an accident on Colonial Drive westbound near Hiawassee Road. And the roadways are wet out there, so travel with caution. If you see any other traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Seasons change. Why not your tech? Upgrade now during the Dell Technologies Summer Sale event and save on select PCs like the XPS 16 powered by Intel Core processors. You'll be able to bring your most intensive projects to life with built-in AI, minimalistic design, immersive visuals, and cinematic audio. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics plus free shipping on everything. Amazing prices await you for a limited time only at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
I'm John Morgan, here to urge you to vote yes on Amendment 3 and legalize the adult use of marijuana. When I ran the first 2 amendments to bring medical marijuana to Florida, the politicians lied about everything, and now they're doing it again. They said then, and they're saying now, that smoke will be everywhere. That's nonsense and a complete lie. If Amendment 3 passes, adults can safely use marijuana, but not in public places. That's in the law and in the Constitution, just like with tobacco. So now let's finish what I started and don't believe the lying liars from Tallahassee. Join me, John Morgan, in voting yes for the people and for Amendment 3.
Vote yes on Amendment 3. Safe, regulated, responsible. Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Safe Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, Suite 3, 321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
Tommy Mello here, owner of A1 Garage Door Service. Springtime savings are here, and now is the perfect time to service your garage. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home.
A1 from day one. Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah! That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Seasons change. Why not your tech? Upgrade now during the Dell Technologies Summer Sale event and save on select PCs like the XPS 16 powered by Intel Core processors. You'll be able to bring your most intensive projects to life with built-in AI, minimalistic design, immersive visuals, and cinematic audio. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics plus free shipping on everything. Amazing prices await you for a limited time only at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's
People can give birth just about anywhere, it seems. This band is massive right now. And there's all these bands. Hozier didn't come out of nowhere. They've been like fighting through and doing some big stuff for a while now. Probably almost as long as this damn show has been going on. They've been putting
still
out
only know that one
stuff.
song, though.
The Take Me to Church.
Take me to church.
Oh, it's a good song. Yeah. What I'm amazed by right now and what I'm trying to look into more is there's all these new up and coming upstart musicians, and they're popping up, and then I won't hear anything about them, and then I'll see them playing in front of like 20 or 30,000 people who are singing every word to every song that they sing and are totally into them, and I'll be like
JoJo
where?
Siwa?
No, because I know where that one came from. Like I got the pipeline there. Like the current one that is blowing my mind is this Chapel Roan. I don't know if you've heard about her at all, but
no.
I just see out of nowhere.
When you said it, I go, is it a person, a band, a man, woman?
Chapel Roan is she's a performer. She's got a great voice. She's been singing for a little while, but she's really super famous now as of late. She was the co-headliner, I think, on Boston's Calling. Remember when they tried to do that Orlando Calling at one time?
Oh, yeah.
Boston Calling is a big festival that they do. And I said, who is this person? I never heard of this person before. When you look at the audience, every person in the audience is singing every word to every song. They have like sign gestures that they're doing along with the song, every one of them in tandem. And I go, I don't know if this has been played on a radio station before.
No.
I don't know.
It's always social media.
I don't know if the audio went viral on a TikTok and people tried to discover more about her and then she blew up that way. Sometimes it can be, I've seen this happen. It could be as simple as adding a band to one of the most popular playlists on Spotify.
Yeah.
And they'll pop a new band on there and they curate that. There's a person who like curates those playlists.
That's how Grandson got as
yes.
because they the person who curated the rock weekly list liked their sound.
Yep.
And with that, like I appreciate there's at that moment, I can't speak to it as of 2024, but real humans are behind it. Like that was a human whose ears enjoyed that music and put them on the top of the list.
It's crazy to think that person has so much power, though.
Right.
Every time this happens, people now think the person is a plant. If there's a new person to get famous out of nowhere, they're like, "Oh, this is an industry plant. It's got an industry plant on it."
Sometimes they'll catch you. So it's like you have to, if there is a plant to it, you have to be way more creative because people can see right through it. Like there was, remember that song, like A, B, C, D, E, F, U, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it blew up. And
it was Rob Schneider's daughter, wasn't it? No,
that wasn't
is that not her?
That's X's and O's.
Okay, you're right. X's and O's. All right.
But,
different letter song.
But this was someone who was like an artist on TikTok, and then
I know
someone commented, she was like, what should I write about next? And someone commented, do the alphabet. The song blows up, and then internet sleuths did their digging, and traced it back. The person who left that original comment that created that song was a plant from the recording, company that just signed the woman.
Is the plant thing the new way of just calling somebody kind of a sellout? Is it like you didn't naturally, organically come to our attention? You're a plant? Because I know it's being used to like run down a lot of new artists right now, and I'm trying to see how much of that is real.
I feel like selling out meant a different thing. So like
selling out meant literally just taking money.
They're saying like this. Taking money, having an overproduced album, going pop, listening to what the A&E people or the record label says, as opposed to just playing small clubs and punk and what everybody thought was cool at the time.
Yeah.
This would be like, hey, the story that they want everybody to think is that this singer Gail was just this lowly social media person just trying to get her TikToks going, and she wrote a clever little song, and then you find out that the whole time, Gail's had representation, and they wrote this story from the get-go.
Like and then when I see stuff like that, and I feel like I can speak for a good amount of people, where it's like, how stupid do you think we are? That's even if the song is great and catchy. As soon as I find out that you did something in which you think you just kind of have everyone eating out of the palm of your hand and that they don't catch on to it. Like, we were watching YouTube Shorts yesterday, and it was some guy in, New York, and he's, walking across the street, and it's like, hey, do you happen to freestyle? And she's like, no, but I can sing really fast. All right, cool. Let's do this performance on the street. And all of a sudden, it's a perfectly, orchestrated song, no freestyle whatsoever, that's available on all the platforms. So it's just like, do something else that's more creative to introduce this artist or song.
I agree with
Don't make it
all
look
that.
like we're, going to be like, I can't believe they found each other.
I agree with all that, but I think that because everybody seems to be hyper aware of that, there might be people falsely being labeled as industry plants, and then they're like, oh, this Chapel Roan girl doesn't look like she's a plant from what I could tell. And that's the new thing. If you popped up too fast and you became famous too quick, I don't think you're an industry plant when I can see 20,000 young people singing every word to every one of your songs at a show. You've made fans. You've got people who are into your stuff. See if she's even in our system. Does she even get played on the radio, or is this all from TikTok and other discovery methods? Her name is Chapel Roan, Chappell.
I wonder if she's going to be a
It's like Chappelle without the E.
Yeah, it is. Roan is her last name. Good Luck Babe is one of the big songs that she has right now.
Well, it's all Good Luck Babe.
That's all in the system.
That's here, yeah.
That's the one in the system. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure some of the pop stations have started playing her, but I wouldn't be surprised if she already had the traction before the radio stations picked up on playing her. And then I bring the question, where is discovery happening now? And I'll ask this question to all of you. Where are you finding new bands that you end up enjoying?
Yeah, Chapel Roan's going to be at Bond Room. Want me to check her out for you, Sean?
I think she's pretty good. I'm sort of impressed. It's kind of boring in that she has all the predictable politics of somebody in her world, but that's just to be expected. She's really good at performing.
About 9/11 being an inside job?
No, it's just she's going to say all of the things that I know every musician says on stage, and I'm like, okay, be a little different, be a little surprise me a little bit. I like that, but the performance is big, and you know where she got a bunch of traction? This has been big for a lot of people, honestly. That NPR Tiny Desk thing. The performance that they do for NPR, where they play at some little desk.
If she just goes back to back Tiny Desk concert and then a Hot Ones, she is just thriving.
Mm-hmm. That's a big win, I guess. Beha says, I followed her on IG back when I had it. She's very likable. I don't know her from there. Some people are saying college radio back in the day was how I heard new music. Rollins College Radio. I don't think people are doing it that way. Big Doug Millionaire says, Ice Panda, best in all the land. I've heard of that band. Yeah, they were catching fire for a little while. College radio is not big enough of a force to have these kind of influences right now. Nor do I think things like Apple Music are big enough to have that kind of force. I think the playlists are. I think that they really are. I think they can start something. And
But
I'll take
Apple
you back.
Music has like playlists like that. They have people that curate stuff.
Yes, but my gut tells me that their lists aren't as big. Like, is there more Apple Plus Music or Apple Music subscribers than there are Spotify subscribers?
No. I mean, I don't think so,
wouldn't
but
think
I don't
so.
know.
No, I wouldn't think so. And the other big one is YouTube, obviously. If you get the traction on YouTube and you end up in trending, what people do is they see your name, they want to learn a little bit more, they watch an interview with you, they watch a little performance, they're looking for everything to connect with you like everybody used to. It's just being done in very different ways right now. Darian says, I use satellite for new music. You're in the smallest of the minorities. I think that's a tiny
satellite
group. All the people listening that way are generally not actually listening at all. They just have the subscription because it came with their vehicle, and they just leave it there. That was me for years. Never listened to that.
Or you have it and you just having so much trouble trying to cancel it.
That's one thing. And then they go, don't worry, we'll give it to you for 6 months. But I constantly use the charts. When I look up any of the streaming services, I see what is big. I look at all the different genres. That's how I find songs for rejoins. That's how I discover some of this stuff. But when somebody didn't pop up on my radar and then they're playing at festivals and they're like top headline act name over big giant names I've heard of before, I'm always interested in how that came about. Meanwhile, this is an entirely different story. Happened in Little Rock, Arkansas, and an Arkansas woman went to Golden Corral to have a beautiful,
I love that band.
delicious meal. And this Arkansas woman did not happen to know that she was pregnant at the time, but she wouldn't leave that Golden Corral without her thankfully healthy baby boy in tow. She also decided to name her surprise son after the franchise because he was born at Golden Corral. Her name is Tavia Woodfork. So the Woodfork family welcomes a new surprise kid after a visit to Golden Corral. Always stunning to me.
Went into labor or
went into labor
was
and had the baby. She did not realize she was 37 weeks pregnant and in active labor. She experienced what's called a cryptic pregnancy, which let's find, is there a wiki on that? Cryptic pregnancy?
Imagine.
They said this person is unaware that they'd done this.
Is she a larger woman?
It says she didn't experience any pregnancy signs such as weight gain or feeling fetal movement. And she had no idea that this was going on. The kid was born 6 pounds, 1 ounce.
Is there a chance that you can feel fetal movement and just not know it because you're not looking for it?
Yeah, if you didn't think it was there.
It was the symptoms. They're similar to those of regular pregnancy, but they may be absent or subtle, going unnoticed.
I thought it was just gas.
Nausea, fatigue, breast tenderness, slight weight gain, constipation, spotting or light bleeding, bloating. These are all symptoms also of your regular period.
Right. Yeah. And
So I can see how that
person
happens.
I told you guys there was somebody that I knew that this happened to, and they were not like some giant person. They were not some large person. Just like a regular person. And they didn't know that they were pregnant and went to the hospital, came out with a baby, which must be so weird. Celine, you had this big run up to having Jackson. You could imagine just being like, let's go get some Golden Corral, and we come back with a child. That is a little bit much. The kid's name, Tamar Kylon Corral Woodfork. Picking up the corral in Golden Corral.
At first I thought that it was weird and crazy that they partially named the kid after Golden Corral, but then when I heard the rest of the name, I thought Corral was the most normal part of that name.
Corral's kind of cool name.
Tamar
Kylon Corral Woodfork is the full name. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the
one
name.
of the 5 greatest rappers.
His mom is so excited that she decided to include Corral in his legal name. Both mother and son are doing great. We could not be happier. Welcome to the Golden Corral family, Tamar, they said.
Oh, that's what Golden Corral said.
Yeah.
They didn't offer any sort of like.
I don't know. I don't think that they
So
said
do you
like.
shut down the restaurant for that, or it's just like clean up on the soup aisle and keep.
They
going?
don't get into detail about how the birth took place, but they said it happened there, and she was born at the Golden Corral.
They actually charged the mother for the sudden extra mouth.
Right.
You would figure that they would get, it'd be so easy for Golden Corral to be like, this child gets Golden Corral for life. That would be so easy for them to do. It wouldn't really cost them all that much. And then they get like a big ad out of it.
Sure.
But So far, they just said, you're the youngest fan of Golden Corral and get anything free, at least to this point. Okay, here's the other restaurant story I wanted to tell you about, which is a place that is going viral now because they've banned women under 30 and men under 35 years old.
Saw this place.
This is called Bliss Restaurant, and they serve up Caribbean bites. They have a restrictive age policy. They're in St. Louis, Missouri. That's where they are. They want a grown and sexy crowd, and they want to leave the drama at the doors, they say. 30-year-old women are not involved in drama, I guess. Owners Maven Pate.
That is not the case.
And his wife said they created the rule to help them maintain a sophisticated environment, uphold our standards, and support the sustainability of our unique ambiance. So what do you think about that?
Is that not some sort of discrimination, age discrimination?
It is, but you can discriminate on certain things. You're not really allowed to discriminate via age, but...
Is it discrimination, though? Or is it just...
It is if you ban people.
If you,
you can... It depends on what state you're in, I think, because you can refuse service in, let's say, the state of Florida. You can refuse service for various reasons. I think whatever reason you want. You're not required to provide your services to any person. Now, I don't think, with that considered, that you could say... Oh, yeah, I'm not required to provide services, so I'm not serving any black people at my restaurant. I think that falls in opposition to federal laws, Civil Rights Act, et cetera, et cetera. But can you just say you only want people of certain age groups? That's what they're doing. That's what they're at least doing.
Like, I've always wondered, because they do that, they have, like, age-restricted communities. You know, like my grandmother lived in an age-restricted community.
The Villages is, right?
I don't know if the Villages still is, or is there a core neighborhood that began the Villages and there's areas in there where younger people can live? Because the Villages is a huge place by now.
Oh, it's massive.
But I think some of the, at least one of the Margaritavilles, I think, if it's not age restricted, they have stuff in place. Because I have an aunt that lives at one of the Margaritavilles, and we were all going to go to her pool, but they're like, you can only have young kids in there, or, you know, at some certain age.
Hours.
There were certain rules to try and create a place for adults.
Let me just shine some light on something real quick. Even if places don't do this officially, they do this unofficially.
Sure.
And that is to say this, and you can both, I'm sure, vouch for this. I'm sure you've heard people say this same thing, and you've probably even seen it in practice. Most bars, restaurants, etc., clubs, they know what their target audience is, right? So their target audience might be young people. And they might not say that if you're over 30, you can't get into the club, but the door person might only let in select people at the door. You might have a restaurant that prohibits the DJs playing certain types of songs because it brings in a demographic that they're not into. Or they'll have particular types of liquor that they will not serve at places because of the demographics that they're afraid of drawing versus want to draw.
I've known people to do that.
Yeah, me too. That just happens. Whether they want to admit it or not, almost every restaurant or bar does that. They go, here's who we want to drive in. This is who we think is part of our business model, and that's what we're going for. This is just being on the record about doing it and doing it about age.
Granted, I have never personally been told by a bar owner, by a manager, like, don't play this. I don't think I've ever been. I mean, unless it's just a song that annoys that person, at which case we would play it again and then again and again. But I've never been told that because of this reason they would like me to shy away from any certain genre of music. But I have known ones ago, I don't carry Hennessy.
Right. Yeah, I've definitely heard that. Jeff on YouTube. Is Jeff right or is Jeff wrong, everybody? Jeff on YouTube says, there's way more drama with people under 30. I have a 22-year-old daughter, and her and all her friends have nothing but drama. More drama under 30 or over 30? What do you think?
I think it's different drama.
I think the drama changes, but there's a lot of over 30 drama.
Sure.
Drama does not stop at 30 years old.
It's just like loud. You just don't want that hey, we just got out of class, or we're finishing up with work, so we're going to just rage, or people just want to sit and chat quietly?
I think people over 30, your drama changes from in just your tiny school friend group. Your drama changes to like keeping up with the Joneses. And so everybody's talking trash about everybody else, and everybody's in competition with it's a lot, man. That's why all those shows exist. Those ladies are even older on the Real Housewives shows. You don't think there's some drama there? My God. I think over 30, I would guess, is actually more drama, because under 30, you still have that sparkly-eyed view of the world where you think, oh, maybe everything will be fun and fair. And then after 30, you start to get a little grittier. And with that, I think, comes more drama. But what do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. Arya Shadowblade saying, I don't know. We started talking to a 35-year-old, and she seems like a lot of drama. Probably won't be talking to her much longer.
I mean, it seems weird that for men, it has to be 35, and for women, it's 30. Like, okay.
That's dumb. Yeah, that's dumb because it's happening on both sides of the gender divide. There's no difference either way.
Just 35.
Well,
that's when.
Let's see what you have to say. Send us a dispatch over. Oh, is it that? Over on thenewsjunkie.com.
Bravo, Lois. Last horse finally crossed the finish line.
Maybe I was glass half full for once, thinking there was a new problem. Thinking new problems had entered the News Junkie fray, not old ones. There is another story that I was talking about with Elon Musk, his reaction to these Apple announcements. Pretty dumb, but we'll talk about that. And you thought this was going to be an issue that you had to battle when you were a kid. Then adults told you, you don't have to worry about this at all. But maybe you do, because quicksand enters the news. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
All lanes are blocked on Florida's Turnpike southbound before US 27 due to an accident. There's also an accident on Florida's Turnpike southbound at Consulate Drive. The left shoulder is blocked there. And there's a couple accidents on Colonial Drive to watch out for. Westbound at Rouse Road and westbound at Hiawassee Road. And the roadways are wet out there, so travel with caution. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
A weekend full of superstar performances this September.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale Friday, June 14th.
But starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet?
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-254-5751. 800-254-5751. Again, that's 800-254-5751. Coverage, deductibles, and claims may vary. For details, go to endurancewarranty.com.
Hey there, homeowners. Russ Rollins here. Are you tired of staring at a cold
cold, unused pool? It's time to make a change. Spring is the perfect time to add solar heat to your pool and enjoy it year-round. Solar Source customers, they enjoy family time, nighttime pool parties, movie nights, birthdays, and even low-impact workouts. Don't let your pool be a monthly expense with no enjoyment. Schedule a free consultation from solarsource.com/monsters. Remember, friends of Russ Rollins save even more money.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, "Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing." Or this one, "I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better," unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Hey everyone, RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Today, buying a car is as easy as one and done. Visit just one dealership, put $1 down, and you're done. You can drive a nicer, newer car today, like the all-new 2024 Outlander. $1 down, $399 a month, including tax and fees out the door, and save up to $8,500. So if you hate your old ride, give it the old one and done. Only at my one and done sale at RC Hill Mitsubishi. I'm RC Hill, 2 locations to land in Ocala. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$1 down requires bank approval.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage. Navage. Breathe easy.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now. $30 billion was set aside for meso victims, and in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without a jury trial. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
One more rep. You got it.
10.
Nice work. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I gotta tell you, taking Nugenix Total T makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix, that's the testosterone booster TV ads with Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, right?
Yes, the key ingredient is Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Are they still giving out complimentary bottles to people?
Yes, Nugenix is a great way to feel stronger and leaner with more energy. And as Frank says, she'll like it too.
I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
Just send a text. Text BELT to 231231 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text BELT to 231231. That's BELT to 231231. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
While some streaming companies keep raising their prices, the iHeartRadio app is still free. And free never sounded so good. Thousands of radio stations from all over the country playing your favorite music, 500,000 podcasts, thousands of playlists for every mood, over 100 commercial-free music channels, and over 100 million songs to fill your favorite playlist. Download the always free iHeartRadio app and start listening now.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
You know, for all of the absolutely brain-dead talk I've heard around the Caitlin Clark stuff, and my take on this has generally been, this is good, this drama is good for the WNBA. There are some players in the WNBA who are willing to be the bad folks, the heels here, and I think it kind of sucks for them because I don't know if it's going to play out great for their career. I don't think people are going to like them. But they're going up against Caitlin Clark, and they're getting attention off of her. People are kind of trying to ride on that wave of attention. All of it is just good for eyeballs and drama, and sports needs drama. And if you're pretending otherwise, I think you're wrapped up in the sports world too much. Sports needs to win over normies, and normies want drama more than they want anything else. So the Caitlin Clark stuff is good for that. Is she being treated great by her team? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Kind of looks like her team sucks since they're like 3-10 or something.
I believe that's the record. Yep.
Yeah, and they're not doing fantastic so far. And she constantly seems to be wondering why nobody is helping her out. But it's just, I think all of this stuff just builds onto a pile of eyeballs where more people want to see what's going on with the product. That won't last forever if the games aren't good or if the games aren't interesting. And I would have thought that there would have been more of a bump with Brittany Griner being released from the Russians and coming back.
She retired though, right? Or not playing?
No, she's playing. She's playing, but I think she only played like one game this year or something. I don't know if she's injured or something. There's something about her where she's not been actively playing a whole lot.
Here's the thing. Was Brittany Griner, I mean, what's the motivation to play in Russia? You make more money. Than in okay.
Yes.
But are you making more money in Russia because you can't hack it in the U.S., or is that Russia just pay more no matter what?
Russia pays more than the WNBA does, and they'll pay for the WNBA stars who are bigger names on the global stage than any of the Russian players are. So
just can't have
they
fun
go
there.
over there.
Like
And
puff of
by the
vape.
way, NBA stars or people who are like on the bench in the NBA, they do the same thing. They do the exact same thing. They go and play over in countries like that. They'll play in China.
Right, but they don't. They're benched, so they don't have the opportunity to make the kind of money in the NBA or to get that kind of exposure.
Yeah. Where nobody's making that money in the WNBA.
Right.
This like even the best.
I'm just saying, if this were the NBA, men's NBA, and you're like, oh, this person that came over from Russia, nobody's paying attention to him. I'm like, that's why he was in Russia in the first place. Nobody pays attention to him here.
Right.
But you're saying that's not the case for the WNBA.
I think it's both, but I don't know that Brittany Griner was a really big name, honestly. Before I'd never heard of her name before she was imprisoned by the Russians. I wasn't aware of her. She wasn't on my radar. I think most people in the NBA or WNBA aren't on the average person's radar until now. Some of this is starting to pop up. Cat Fam Life on YouTube says her team not having her back on the altercations is what needs to change. Any male sport, the teammates rush the floor every time. I don't know why that is. I know BDMX Con says it's the worst team in the league. That's why they had the top pick and they got her. And so now she's on the worst team, and maybe that's creating some divisions. All of this stuff does. And a lot of the
Griner's
coverage
on the Olympic team.
Yes, she is, which is interesting because she's going to be traveling over in other overseas countries.
No vapies, okay?
Yeah. Can we go ahead and check all the French laws and make sure we're fully in line with those? Let's make sure we don't screw that up
What
again.
do you think would be the reaction
if they arrested
if Brittany Griner,
son of a bitch,
gets on a plane, has the weed vape, and gets detained in Paris?
I mean, at that point, I don't know. I think round
We're
two.
out of arms dealers, Brittany.
What are we going to do? Oh, God. Brittany Griner makes $227,000 in the WNBA and made $1.2 million in Russia, says Last Fan. 1.2 million US dollars or 1.2 million of whatever their currency is, useless Russian monies, which is probably fading away right now. What I don't like to see is a lot of these guys on ESPN. I saw somebody on First Take with one of these absolute dog-ass takes where it's like racist white people are using Caitlin Clark to attack these black players that they hate just because they're black. And it's like, this is brain dead stuff. I would assume some of these people are better than that. Maybe they're not. It's really brain dead takes. There are some interesting elements to point out about race here. It would be that Caitlin Clark is in a minority, obviously, in the WNBA, which is probably like, I don't know, look up WNBA demographics and see what you see. I would guess like 80% black would be the WNBA just by nature of the sport overall. And so some of those things could be interesting, dynamics between team members or something, but it's all nonsense. Everybody's grifting like crazy off the new famous name, and they all want to utilize that to spotlight themselves. Let me put myself in the center. It's gross to put her at the center of that, like make her feel bad about this when all she did was just play basketball.
You were close. According to Statista, which sounds like somebody who should be making coffee but cares too much about numbers.
Good enough.
63.8% of the players in the WNBA in 2023 were black or African American.
64% black. What was the next one?
19.1% white. 10% two or more races. And then
Hispanic didn't even make it in a breakout category about its own, or they're not including that? They're including that in white.
1.4% Hispanic or Latina, which is tied with Asian.
Oh, not a lot of Asian
and that
women
is
in there.
Below the 3.5% unknown.
Yeah, unknown. They didn't just don't even factor that in, I guess. Darian on YouTube says those racists weren't watching before, so that's a win. I don't think that's a driving factor for most of these people. I think there's a lot of people who like college women's basketball and who got roped up in all this, and it sent a big hype train over to a sport that hasn't seen a hype train before. And so people are willing to be the villains. That's what a lot of these women are doing. They don't seem very pleasant to me, some of them, and some of the things they're doing are kind of gross, like mocking her and stuff. But it's all sports drama. And until I see something a little more aggressive, I'm on the side of just take this and roll with it. She'll be just fine. Elon Musk is threatening to ban employees from using iPhones after this AI announcement from Apple.
That's going to suck.
He said they'll make them put their phones in a Faraday cage at the entrance to all of his companies, whether it be SpaceX or Twitter. I seriously doubt he'll do this. Or Tesla, that's true. He said, if Apple integrates OpenAI at the OS level, then Apple devices will be banned at my companies. That is an unacceptable security violation. Apple, in their defense, have said that they have their own AI internally.
Apple Intelligence.
And that it will be open to scrutiny from outside investors. So people will be able to look through this and kind of take a look at the code. So maybe it's not that big of a worry. Seems to me to be more of the giant tech fight that's been going on for a while. All right, when we come back, we'll get to that quicksand story. We'll also get to the final dispatches, the stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Share the Show Tuesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Later today on the Jim Colbert Show, we'll learn a little bit about the Las Vegas Sphere. Jack's pick for What'd You Do That's New. Then we'll get some money tips with financial advisor Scott Brown. And the winner of JCS Trivia today will get tickets to see the U.S. men's national team take on the world power Brazil in soccer. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for your Tuesday. And the rest of our Tuesday does feature increasing rain and storm chances. Heavy downpours will be possible as tropical moisture continues to filter in from our south and west. Those rain chances will be on the rise as we head into our Wednesday and Thursday especially before we begin to dry things out by the end of the week. About 2 to 6 inches of rainfall will be possible, highs only in the 80s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Discover. As humans, we like having options. One option you might like is speaking with a real person when you call about your credit card. With 24/7 live U.S.-based customer service from Discover, everyone can talk to a real person anytime, day or night. Limitations apply. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention.
Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day, but when we're driving, cooking, working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Call 844-ADD-HELP-5. That's 844-ADD-HELP-5.
Michelob Ultra wants to give you the chance to watch the next Copa America match live in Orlando. Complete the entry from the QR code at participating outlets for your chance to win a Michelob Ultra grand prize of 2 tickets to the June 29th, 2024 Copa America game in Orlando, where Canada and Chile will compete. Michelob Ultra is a proud sponsor of Cannibal Copa America. Must be 21 or older to enter. Please drink responsibly.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
In this week's Marketers Report, Angela Zapata, CMO Hyundai Motor America, discusses measuring audio.
The measurement capability within audio, I think, surprised all of us. We have seen a huge return on our investment. Seeing real numbers has helped us continue to invest.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the data, audiences, and influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
My friends at Mills Air have been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. They're a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, and there are rebates that you get up to $1,275 on a brand new Carrier unit. If you're going to go with the experts, you got to go with Carrier, and you got to go with millsair.com. That's where I got my system. I absolutely love it. And you got to make sure you do maintenance on your AC system. They do service on all brands of AC, and it can detect and prevent an upcoming breakdown for you and save you a lot of money. You can count on millsair.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Dante Marcatello. And I'm Jake Chapman. We're the hosts of Magic Drive Time, the only daily audio fix for Orlando Magic fans. And actually, I just realized this, Jake, one of the longest running sports talk shows in Orlando. We've been at it for 13 seasons. How is that possible?
Oh, wow. That's good stuff, Dante. And that's exactly what you'll get on Magic Drive Time each day. It's your touchstone for the latest Magic news, game previews and reviews. And we've got more stats and notes, and we know what to do with.
Listen to Magic Drive Time on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-954-3322, 800-954-3322, 800-954-3322.
Join the Christner family on June 14th for a special fundraising dinner to celebrate 31 years of legendary dining in Orlando. 100% of your dining proceeds will be donated to Aspire Health Partners and the Howard Phillips Center for Children and Families to help fund mental health programs and support services for at-risk children. Thank you for your continued support for more than 3 decades and counting. Now taking reservations by calling 407-645-4443 or visit ChristnersPrimeSteakandLobster.com. Every day is a special occasion at Christner's.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
Grab great gearhead gifts your dad will love, like tools, parts, and collectibles, or give the perfect card, a Summit Racing gift card. Shop SummitRacing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends June 23rd, 2024.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row.
Today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. Big thanks to all of our friends here in Orlando, our friends, of course, in the Palm Beaches, our friends on the Treasure Coast, our friends in Rochester, wherever you're listening to this radio show today, our podcast friends, our streaming buddies over on YouTube, and those strange folks over on twitch.tv/The News Junkie.
Hey, streaming buddies.
We like you all, and we're glad you're here each day with us. We got a lot of fun stuff and big surprises and big drama and all the rest for you as 2024 rolls on. Going to be some crazy moments that you're going to want to witness right here on the show. All right, before we get to the final dispatches, the quicksand story that I teased, Jamie Accord is the woman's name, says she was walking along a beach in Maine with her husband when she suddenly found herself waist deep in sand. Quicksand actually affecting somebody here. What started as a normal day at the beach turned into a startling ordeal. She said she and her husband were walking on Popham Beach State Park in Phippsburg, Maine. Literally, it was kind of like I just dropped into a manhole cover, she said. We were walking along.
Known for quicksand? That
just
beach?
talking, and all of a sudden I went into the sand. I've never heard it like that. I've never heard like do. You know, I've heard like
quicksand
you start to sink
slow.
into it.
Yeah, and the more you fight it, the more you get stuck.
And
this
honestly,
seems like this was a hole.
Quicksand from my childhood was not generally on a beach. It would be like in a jungle,
like in a forest.
Yeah, somewhere where like
Desert.
it was muddy and you started to like sink into the mud.
Pretty much I only saw it on Aladdin.
And the mud took you in. But we didn't engage this in real life, but she did. Her husband pulled her out. She said the most shocking thing was the moment her husband pulled her out and she looked backwards, well, there was nothing there. The sand had just filled itself back in for the next person to be just as surprised by the quicksand. Let's do the final dispatches right now, right here.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Maybe today, since I had to hit that 3 times before making sure everything was where it was supposed to be. Let's see what we got here on the way out from you for the dispatches today. And we've got Thunder Gato talking about MRIs.
Yo, what up, News Junkies?
Hey.
Hey, I'm a few shows behind, but about the MRI incident with the patient.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's a tough one.
It was so disturbing, man. So disturbing. I had to call and just say,
I'm still
that's the
bothered.
Final Destination stuff there. Yeah. So maybe they have a new plot for the new movie. All right, guys, y'all keep it up, man. Y'all keep it a good job. Peace.
Thank you, Thunder
Those
Gato.
of you unfamiliar, he was he had a butt plug and
Yeah, there
it
was
had some metal. Had he been facing the other way, it would have shot out.
Yeah, it would
But
have
instead it
rocketed.
went up.
It
was
went inside.
It was a 22-year-old female.
Yes, 22-year-old
I thought it was a
female.
guy.
Yeah, C-Lane found like the medical documents to prove that this was a real instance.
And my favorite part was the very last sentence on the report was, the patient has not returned any of our calls yet to try and follow up to see how she's doing. You don't say.
A bit of a HIPAA violation that anyone found out about it, no?
It doesn't have her identifying information on it.
Yeah, they just shared it with a journal, like a medical journal. She had a butt plug in that was supposed to be all silicone. When she went in for her MRI, really risky business there, and it rocketed through her body internally, not externally. It didn't shoot out of her because of the MRI, and she was able to survive, but there was some real damage done. That's going to have to be it for now. Sorry we're missing some of you. We'll catch up with you tomorrow for sure.
The rest of them just fell in the quicksand.
Yeah, sorry. Right down there, just like it never happened. Here's the stories that didn't make the cut. Beware if you're in cicada territory. A lot of dogs have been gobbling these things up, leading to intensive care or surgery for them.
Ooh.
These people take their dogs on walks, and they just won't stop eating the damn cicadas. They
Does your
should have
dogs try to eat stuff that's flying around in the house?
Lady
My dog
tries to
has.
eat everything on the ground when we take her for a walk. Lizards, everything, massacring stuff out there.
Doesn't happen often, but it's hilarious looking when Lexi just tries to
bite something out of midair. A fishing team won $1.7 million on day one of the Big Rock tournament. A blue marlin, over 500 pounds they pulled in. That's going to have to do it for today. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. Today I Learned this show right here.
Twilight Zone.
That's right. The Twilight Zone's Rod Sterling. He tested parachutes as a part-time job, which is a brave one. The amount of money he earned depended on the danger of the jump. In one instance, he earned $1,000 for testing a jet ejection seat that had killed the previous 3 testers.
Whoa.
Only 1,000?
That's going to be a no from me. I'm not going to risk it. That was 1,000 way back in 1950-something or 40-something, so a little bit more at the time. Today I learned during a live firing demonstration. This was in the English county of Wiltshire during the Second World War. Accidentally, 25 spectators were killed and 71 were wounded when the pilot thought they were dummies that were part of the exercise. They were actual human beings, unfortunately, for all involved, including the human beings that got shot during the exercise. And finally, today I learned you won't get this. This band.
Who sucked out the feeling?
Super Drag. Super Drag is the name of the band, yes. A 90s one-hit, maybe two-hit wonder. The lead singer of Super Drag became religious at some point, swore off the band forever. He had a big alcohol problem. He finally hit rock bottom. He was driving drunk, turned over to the side of the road, and started praying, and he said God told him, you have to leave Super Drag. You can never do it again. And unfortunately, they're not getting back together anytime soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We are back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com.